What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Funny's XCU in Review. That's right, we are reviewing and ranking every single X-Men movie. This week, we're doing X-Men First Class. Last week, we went back to the MCU in review and did the Ant-Man and the Wasp review, but Greg Miller wasn't there.
Correct.
He was out in Montreal.
Right.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Oh, you need to watch this movie.
Really? Because I was talking about it with Jen. Just no desire to at all.
No
Wait,
desire.
really? After the whole MCU
No,
review?
MCU ended so well with fucking Infinity War. Now it's like, give me the second half of that. I don't give a shit what
I will say
fucking
conservative
Ant-Man's
with it.
up
I
to
think
right
you're
now.
really gonna. I think you'll laugh your ass off at
Yeah.
this. If you liked Ant-Man at all,
And I did. I was talking. That's the conversation I was having with Jen. It's just like, I was like on the plane ride home. I was like, do you have any like right now? If I was like, let's go see it, and she's like, no. I'm like,
But I mean,
me
what
neither.
about you?
No.
Really?
It is not a priority right now. I would wait to
crazy.
see this on the back of a plane seat.
I mean, to be
You
fair,
better
it's
not.
Ant-Man, so it's not like
Well, he can't.
this is like a lower tier.
Well, I have to.
allowed
I
to,
gotta.
yeah.
I gotta break a vote. I heard. No one
Yeah,
told me
yeah,
this. I
yeah.
would have gone and seen it yesterday. No one
Sure.
told me I had more
I
homework.
didn't know we needed to tell you to watch Ant-Man. It's not like
Yeah.
we do a show called MCU in
Yeah.
Review.
Hey man, you know
I mean?
what? I missed the episode. I thought you guys could fucking handle one thing for once, but you couldn't, as usual.
Are you just
Andy.
planning on never seeing
Damn
it?
it.
When I knew I'd see it when I needed to see it. When I hear it's time to see it, I gotta go fucking see it.
I'll say this on the way
Tonight?
to the movie theater. I looked at Nick and I was like, I'd rather be home. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch a movie and then have to review it. I'm not feeling it. But during the movie, I was like, okay, this is really funny.
And that's how I feel. I mean, it's, you just know I'm not a movie person. With all due respect to all the X-Men movie, every Sunday I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
2 hours of not playing video games. Here we go. I mean, who is burping like that? Jesus.
Such
That
a
was
great
me.
movie.
That was
What
my
did you
bad.
fucking eat
My
for
bad.
lunch?
Well, Greg eventually is going to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'll
and
watch
then-
it this week-ish.
Then we will do the vote to
He can
see
just
where
vote.
it
He can just
ranks.
vote right now.
No.
What did Nick say? I vote against it.
Yeah, okay,
Excellent.
That's good.
Motherfucker.
This is the XCU in Review every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on youtube.com/kindafunny. We rank and review the X-Men universe. You can get it as a podcast on podcast services around the globe by searching for Kinda Funny Reviews. We appreciate your support over there. Today, we're doing X-Men First Class, released on June 3rd, 2011, directed by Matthew Vaughn.
I know I should know that name. What has he gone on to do?
Kick-Ass,
Thank you.
Kingsman 1 and 2.
Okay.
Good
He
pedigree.
was a producer on
Days of Future
Snatch.
Past as well, or was that Bryan Singer?
That was
No,
Singer.
it was Bryan Singer.
That was Singer. Yeah. A budget of $160 million, which for reference, X-Men 1, $75 million. Wow. And a box office of $353 million. This is also the first X-Men movie to come out after MCU kind of like
and
was
it
getting
shows.
going.
It shows.
It definitely shows. So 2011, 2008 was when we first saw Iron Man. When did Wolverine Origins come out? I think it might have been after that, but it was so close where it's like it wasn't.
They couldn't
like,
take any lessons from
yeah,
it.
there was no lessons learned. This is the first time, and oh my god, you can totally see. Greg,
Can we just vote at number 1 and close the show?
I know, right?
It's
I feel that way
done.
too.
You know what I
totally
mean?
Feel that way. Give us the plot though.
Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes and let's go back to Auschwitz. We got Eric and his family getting dragged in. They are of the Jewish faith, and let me tell you, those Nazis don't like that. So they're throwing them into the camp.
You're
They're
so
throwing them
nonchalant.
into the camp. Hey, you know what?
2009 Wolverine.
Yeah, you know what, Kev? You asked for the reviews.
No,
you know what the
you're
kids
nailing it.
want? They want the bubbly
Yep.
thing. So do I like having to put a positive spin over there and like you act like, oh,
To be
Auschwitz,
clear,
what a
you're
great
not,
fucking
you're not
time.
putting a positive spin on
Holy
it.
Hey, the Nazis got style. I don't like doing this, but I have
The old
to.
saying: if you can't have fun at Auschwitz, you know what I mean?
No, let's back out of this.
They're just chucking these poor Jewish people in there, right?
I wasn't
And they're all walking
expecting
in.
Chris Farley to do a fucking bit about the Auschwitz.
It's a recreation, of course, of the X-Men #1 scene where we got to meet Mr. Magneto when he was young Eric Lyncher. Here he is, young Eric Lyncher again, getting dragged in there. They separate the family. It's moving faster than before. Is it a
like they actually-
reshoot? It's a reshoot, right? Because we get the
because
kid.
it's even kid,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
they used actual footage from the first one.
Because it looks
The
so
gate, all
fucking
that
looks so,
simulated.
yes,
It looks
really,
so
really close to
fucking
that first one.
simulated.
I don't think so.
It's like I remember watching it going, wow, they actually either they shot for shot recreated it, but they're like the part where the kid gets hit, the part where the gate comes out where he's this and
I
they're
feel like they
dragging him
look
away.
really different.
They're,
Oh, I
they're
thought they
super
looked very similar.
To me, they looked really similar, but this is one of those things. I watched this 5 weeks ago. I don't know what I saw.
With the exception
You know
of also, they just the camera kind of tilts up and just Kevin Bacon like
No, dude, why
pushes
don't get
the
ahead?
curtain away.
Kevin Bacon, man.
So yeah, same thing as before. This is happening, knocked out, but then yeah, you look up there and what's up there? Mr. Master Bacon
Ren?
himself, Kevin Bacon
I
up
mean,
there.
Bacon guy too.
Yeah, Bacon guy
Ragu
too.
Bagu.
No, you know Kevin Bacon don't need no funny little name like that. He's fucking Kevin Bacon from
yeah.
The Following. Remember that show? Oh my
No,
God.
I don't.
So he's up there. Then we go up there again. Guess what, everybody? We're up there. This is what's happening,
Fucking
right?
there.
And up there, it's little Eric. Did we jump to Westchester here? I don't fucking remember. This is gonna be a rough one. I'll tell you right now. Strap in, everybody.
What a glow up this kid had though. To grow into fucking
Oh, sure.
dick.
Michael
you're right,
Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
So you got Eric up there, and Guten Tag, it's Kevin Bacon, and guess what, everybody? Kevin Bacon, he knows the German. He Oxblin Germany. You know what I'm saying up there? He's fucking using it left and right up there. He's a young
Very good
JFK.
accent.
He's also got a chocolate bar and a piece of fucking metal that people call a Nazi coin.
Don't look at me that way when you fucking make that face. Why are you?
It's your fault. It's your fault.
So Guten Bar, you want the chocolate? No, I want to see my mom. And you don't get any chocolate now, Kevin Bacon says. And he says, Eric, just move the fucking coin across the desk. It's all you got to do. And he does little fucking Magneto hands. Nothing happens.
He does like
kids
a
like this.
weird. Yeah, he's got the worst posture. He does the Frankenstein monster thing.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He
That
doesn't know
was
use his
really
powers.
awkward.
It's awkward. It's a weird direction. I would have been like, "Hey, kid,
Don't
listen,
do that.
maybe just like don't do that." Like it was very weird. There were a lot of weird stylistic choices in this that upon
Like
second
the fucking
viewing,
giant green screened in a fucking Kevin Bacon's room, looking into the Nazi like operating room. It's just clearly all fake. I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
I thought that was kind of cool because when all shit starts flying, you knew shit was gonna fly.
Shoot.
Shit's gonna fly.
Just do it organically.
It's like a horror film. Whenever they go into the barn, you're like, oh, someone's getting killed by this fucking like all these things are going to get killed people. But no, like the kid was weird. He was very stiff. There's just moments in this movie where you're like, you didn't want a second take on that?
Yeah.
Like you didn't want a second take? Like when the guy gets his hand stabbed and he goes, blah.
That was
And you're like,
great.
what
You
the
guys are
fuck?
crazy.
That was a
This
good
movie's
scene.
awesome.
The hand stabbing was a
The
good
scene was
scene.
great.
The
There's just
movie
moments
is
in it.
so slow. Like it's really
It's brooding.
deliberate, and it's really just kind of like. All right,
Here's
we're
my thing:
gonna-
is I don't think it can. I agree with you. It doesn't feel long in the tooth though till we get to the we're fucking at the blockade, where this
We're
goes
on the
on
island
At the
forever.
blockade? No.
Ever.
I feel like it gets long when we first are like hanging out with the like.
Oh, the
young
mutant. Yeah,
mutant
that's true
group,
too.
and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I love
oh
that
man,
shit,
this
though.
should be a lot funner
Save
than
it.
it is.
We'll get it there. We'll
Yeah.
get there. But
Before it's a
that is
party.
also fucking long as well. Because the movie has such great fucking cores here. Guess what? We got Kevin Bacon. I can't take my eyes off him. I love him. You got fucking Xavier. Great. He's a womanizer and he's like using his mutation to get laid. Fucking rad. And then over here we got Michael Fassbender in a fucking awesome spy action flick, revenge thing, Jason Bourne style, fucking people up with
Killing
powers.
Nazis.
Awesome. Great.
All right.
And then yeah, we get to all these fucking hey, we used all the cool mutants in the first 4 movies. Now we get all the fucking duds. Remember when? And this is a great movie because everybody watches the first 4 here, and they go, man. I don't know why people are like fucking against mutants or why people wouldn't want to be mutants. Their powers seem awesome. Here we get to just fucking shit powers in shitty fucking superheroes. I'll get there when we get there. We're up there in Guten Tag. You want the chocolate? You move the coin. Can't move the coin. Well, guess what? Your powers then, we're going to bring in your fucking mom. We're going to shoot your mom. Jen, quick to point out, it's interesting that the mom looks so emaciated like immediately and he still looks fine. And I was like, well, maybe maybe more time has passed than we thought it has and they've been treating
Looks
him
like
well.
she had cancer for like 30 years. or
Exactly.
something.
But I
She
was like,
already looked emaciated. when
maybe
they were
they've
there.
been working on it. You know, why hadn't he then?
He has iron in his blood.
She was giving him all
Too
the food
much
that they
iron
found.
in your blood.
Frankenstein's
Oh,
monster.
God.
Anyways, move the coin and I'm shooting your mom on 3. 1, 2, Guten Tag, boom, right, ping pong, right in there.
Fucking ping pong. Like,
Got her.
It was not like a bluff at all, and he counted very fast. It wasn't like,
Hey.
let's keep that. And the kid was just like, all right, I'm gonna get angry. What was the plan after that? How are you gonna motivate him after that? You've already killed his only living relative that he cares
I think
about.
he had a dad.
He had a dad,
right?
too, yeah.
They're just gonna go down the family.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Anyways,
Good plan, Kevin
mom
Bacon.
is
Solid
dead,
plan.
and guess what? Eric Lynch very angry about all this. Starts crunching fucking metal all over the room. Kevin Bacon's super excited, and as you watch this first viewing, you're like, "What? Kevin Bacon, calm down. He could kill you any second."
Yeah.
Turns out he couldn't. Well, maybe he could. We'll get to that.
Well,
later.
I actually like that about the character because Kevin Bacon was excited. He wasn't
Yeah.
scared. He was like, I got this fucking.
Yeah,
kid.
but he crushes the fucking the
soldiers'
helmets.
helmets? Yeah, that was
Awesome.
fucking tight.
Yeah. And then the fucking CGI room starts getting stuff done to it, but it looks so fucking fake. Who cares?
There's a
I
lot of
didn't-
bad
Stop
CGI.
it,
Labels
man.
and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't
oh,
think it
well,
was
you all got
awful.
bad eyes. Go check out.
That
Maybe eat a
wasn't-
carrot once in a while, huh, Bugs Bunny?
Jesus Christ, that's stupid.
That was not the worst of the
That was
CGI
not
in this
the worst.
movie at
No,
all.
not at all.
even
Not
close.
at all.
The running scene was the worst of the CGI.
Also bad.
by far. And anything
fucking
Beast did
Banshee
ever.
boy flying.
Oh, fucking
God,
Banshee.
yeah.
Oh,
Man, what a fucking
dumb
terrible
fucking character. What a
Anyways, he crunches all this shit. Guten Tag, we're gonna have fun together, you and I, Eric.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
I give you the chocolate.
Oh, you want the chocolate? Hogan!
He has such a good accent, man.
We cut across to what will become the X-Mansion, the Xavier Institute, but it's not. Right now, it's just where Charles Xavier, a little brown-haired boy, lives, right? And he comes down, he comes in the kitchen, mom's in front of the thing, and this is a great... Now, don't get me wrong. Throughout the XCU in review, we've brought up a very critical point. What the fuck are Mystique's powers? And this movie does no better job explaining them or
I feel like
explaining
in
them.
this movie, it's very clear that her only powers is like,
Imitation.
yeah.
We'll get to it
Morphing.
then. Or do you want me to get to it now?
Yeah.
Because like when she's struggling to do one push-up, or not one, what do you call the thing with the barbell?
Bench press.
One bench press, right? And then he comes, the fucking Magneto comes in, lifts it up, and then she changes into blue and he drops it. She can catch it, no problem. That isn't strong. She has super strength when she's in blue form,
No,
No, she's a blue
she
form.
was
Her
concentrating,
concentration.
Yeah.
I think
which
she's
makes her super stronger.
No, it doesn't make her stronger. She just
first off,
lost
she was-
concentration when she went to catch it. Like she wasn't thinking about, oh, I'm gonna look like a human. So she
So
loses concentration.
shouldn't she be in a wheelchair the entire time? Because it would be too hard for her to focus on walking and also being in human form. It's a stupid fucking thing.
No,
Her
I think
powers
she
are
gets more
stupid.
powerful. I think
Boom.
they all get more powerful as they get older, right?
Pack your bags and
Science-
leave.
science with
Your
Ken, dude.
vacation's over.
I don't
does that even mean?
I don't even know if Nick heard what Kevin said. He just said boom.
Yeah, for sure.
I got my voice back.
Anyways, what the fuck are
LaCroix
Mystique's
boys?
powers? Who knows? Because it turns out it's not Charles Xavier's mom. It's Mystique, who saw a photo of Charles Xavier's mom, at which point she could perfectly mimic the voice. That's the power of looking at a fucking photo and being, unless maybe she was sitting around as a fucking refrigerator for a few hours, because she could be the goddamn Statue of Liberty in X-Men. Imagine that. Imagine the fucking,
Eyes.
they open the refrigerator and like pull something.
They open the eggs up and it's 2 eyes.
That's fucking movie. Anyways, Charles Xavier blown away to meet a little blue girl. He thought he was the only mutant. He's excited to meet other
Stoked about
mutants.
it. I get it.
This is fucking radical. We got mutes.
I'm sorry. I gotta stop you right there. I need wigging out.
Is it a wig? I don't know. Wigging out with Scarpino.
Mystique changes back to this little girl, and this fucking hairpiece they got on this
Give me
girl
the word. Give me the B word, Nick.
is just a fucking amazing bouffon.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is.
Thank you.
It's like 8 feet off of her head. And she's like, I'm having this poor actor, this kid. It's terrible. It looks so bad. I can't believe Matt Vaughn walked in and was like, that's the look. That's the look we're to go for.
She looked horrible.
Horrible.
Little
in a
kids
bad
are
way.
fucking weird, though.
Well, kids are
They
strange.
all have that
They
weird
should all
like,
be
toddler
stopped.
body.
They should all be stopped.
Speaking of wigs, I was reading the IMDb fun facts. And do you read them?
I try not to because Tim usually pulls the best one so I can be surprised by
Did
them.
you
and
read
react.
the one where
Yeah, give me it.
what's his face? Xavier shaved his head in preparation for the thing. Got accepted the role, immediately shaved his head. Then very quickly found out, no, you need hair for this one.
That's hilarious.
That's
Is he
awesome.
wearing a wig?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn. Got a bastard.
Fucking
got you.
You got wigged out.
Is what I'm talking about. They're getting better.
Greg,
They're getting better.
you missed it on the morning show. We were talking about.
I heard Kevin yell, are you
we're
part
talking
of
about
the
how
wig conspiracy?
Gal Gadot visited a children's hospital dressed as Wonder Woman.
Wig conspiracy.
And Nick was like, "Oh, her hair looks great in that." And Kevin was like, "It's clearly a wig. Look at it." And so we had Cool Greg enhance, and we zoomed in. And Nick got faked out too.
I'll tell you right now. For all you know, I'm part of the wigspiracy.
Wow.
I'm part of Big
The
Wig.
subreddit
They could have
says
gotten
that.
to me already.
No.
They
The
could have gotten to me
subreddit-
already.
Anyways, they're going to be
Misdirection.
friends forever. Now, everything I had said before about Kevin Bacon, jump back to that because I forgot that happens. Because we go from Nazi camp and him getting taken, we go to fucking Charles Xavier, we come back to little boy Eric getting ready to fucking kill some Nazis. He kills the Nazis there. And then, remember, Bacon gives him the coin or something. And the coin reverses and it's the X-Men First Class logo. And we're like, You know, we're all so excited that the X logo's other side is Nazis.
I will say that I didn't like that.
No,
I thought it was just so
cheesy.
Very dumb,
dumb,
very dumb, very
yeah,
dumb.
Really not
But again, this movie's the best one so far, and it's a really good ride. I had fun.
Really good ride.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, now guess what? We got a fucking coin. It's in a grown up Michael Fassbender's hands. He's sitting on a bed, bringing like you know how you would do it with your fingers. He's just doing it with the magnetism,
Which
bringing
looks
it over.
so damn cool.
And the music
It
that
just
they're playing-
slightly floating.
No, they're playing like a sort of of a weird, ominous with some guitar in there.
Yeah.
And I thought it was gonna be Hans Zimmer because it reminded me a lot of like some of the Inception soundtrack.
Dude, I love the music in this
It was
across
great.
the board. It's like a dirty western.
Yeah.
Filthy Western.
It's
So
like
good.
70s style. That's fucking great.
He fires the coin into the billboard with the string theory all over it and the drawing of Kevin Bacon into the dude's head, and you're like, oh man, this guy's awesome. This fucking, as usual, Magneto about to steal the fucking show, and he does, ladies and gentlemen, he does. We jump
so
from that.
fit.
We'll jump back over to, I think, London. We were over there in the Brit town. Everybody's got the accent or whatever. And fucking there he is, Charles Xavier, with his hair. Good hair, too, even though it's a wig. Good hair. I'd take that hair.
Speaking of accents, real quick. If you're wondering why no one has a distinct accent in X-Men First Class, it's because director Matthew Vaughn insisted on his actors doing away with any accents in their performances. This included James McAvoy not copying Patrick Stewart's accent for Charles Xavier, something that McAvoy had been planning to do. So,
Man, McAvoy fucked over.
Slow your fucking roll, man.
Hey, what?
Jesus Christ.
What nationality is Michael Fassbender in real life?
He's German.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when he at the
speaks-
end of this
yeah.
fucking thing, when he's screaming on the beach, I'm like, is he Irish? Where's his
he-
Irish accent coming from?
it's funny that you say this because I actually didn't copy and paste the rest of it, but it says like you can hear him slip into a German accent at the beach scene.
Well, I think he moved around a lot. I think he's like multicultural because I think he's like got some Scottish in him too or something like that.
Okay.
I remember reading something weird about him. He speaks like 3
We're
languages.
at a bar.
McAvoy's
Charles
so good.
Xavier's there. McAvoy amazing. He's fucking hot too. Just a good looking
Just great.
fucking drink of water. And he's talking to this fucking mutie at the bar. She's got different color eyes. Why? Mom probably fucked a horse, but I'll talk about
Nope,
that at another
nope.
time.
Yeah.
This mutie over there with
Get
the
out
weird
the whiteboard.
eyes.
I want to see this. I want to see the map for this.
Let's see this family tree.
He's using a great pickup line. He insults her a little. It's right out of the pickup artist playbook. But then he starts dropping the big mutation. It's groovy, baby. Talking like Austin Powers.
I love it, man.
It's dynamite.
You get the time frame in there, like the
Yeah.
generation, the
a
eras
very
that they're going
groovy
on.
mutation.
And then I just love this asshole Professor X. It's dope
Yeah,
as fuck.
yeah, exactly. We get to see him not as, the paragon of virtue as he was in the
Yeah.
other X movies. However, this goes on too long, and Raven comes over, and she just drinks Coke. They will shove this down our throat a few times in this, that she just drinks Coke.
She's
Okay.
gotta like keep her concentration.
Yeah, she's just fucking shaking. She's like Martian Manhunter and fucking Kingdom Come. You know what I'm
was
talking about.
underage. Isn't that the whole point?
She can look like
I
whatever
think
she
it's
wants to
because
look
if
like.
she got drunk, she might slip up and
I
turn blue.
I read that
and
as you're
everyone would
underage and I'm
freak
kind
out.
of your older brother and I'm watching out for you constantly. She's like, you're gonna have to watch out for me. I'm gonna bang Magneto.
But then they sort of like kiss
Not just
really
Magneto,
weirdly.
too.
Well,
And she
that
like
she wants
cuddles
it.
on him.
And he's all
She
like,
wants
I
to
don't
fuck
see you
that.
that way. And I was like,
That's
are
the-
we
this is-
looking at the same person?
We're talking about it. We're talking
Because
about it
she's-
right here. We're talking about it right here. We're
Give
just we're just shoving them all together.
Shove 'em all together.
So yeah, okay. So he's over there talking to the half horse girl, right? And then
Of course. Oh my god. Oh no.
you know what they say,
is
if
a
you
party
spill
mode,
it,
right?
chug it, suck it.
Suck it. Suck
Can you
it.
get some paper towels?
Where did the horse
I've
come
been
from?
so pent up. You know what I mean? I've been in
Good
Canada
God.
for so long. I got things
Greg's
to say.
referring to, if I may, the fact that all horses have 2 eyes.
Got it. Okay.
Anyways, Raven comes over. She doesn't like that she's being ignored clearly, and she does the wing whoop Raven thing where she changes one of her eyes, and then the woman's like, "Oh, you got the hemoglobin too, or whatever the fuck you call it." You know what I mean?
Heterochromia.
You got hemoglobin too. What I said.
Heterochromia.
And
She's having blood cells
and he's
there.
like, "What? Ah, fuck Jack Black." And they walk out, and he's like, "Ah, you got mad at her."
Oh, fuck Jack Black.
Yeah, fuck Jack Black. And he walk out of there, and they're like, "Oh man, you did it on purpose. I can't control it sometimes. You seem to be controlling it now."
She's such a
Exactly,
liar.
because she's a fucking
Couldn't
liar.
control it.
She's
She's
Get off this
excited.
pro fucking Raven bandwagon you're on, Kevin.
dude.
Exactly. So yeah, now we already started, so we're just gonna shove it in here. They go back to Professor X's apartment. He lives with her, but she doesn't go to school. She's just a waitress. He's doing his genetic mutation studies over there. And yeah, she's like, why do you want to fuck that blonde? Why won't you fuck me? I'm just your dog. I just clearly live in the house with you all the time. I have no ambition of my own. I just follow you around, whatever.
She later
Trying to
says
get my
that.
fuck
She
on.
makes that analogy.
Yeah, that I'm a pet. Yeah. And yeah, he's like, I don't want to fuck a dog. He doesn't mean like a bitch. He just means you, my dog. But you know, both in the DAWG way of like, you're my dog, Raven. We've been rolling for a round. You know what I mean? We've been rolling together for a long time. And she's like, read your studies to me. It's like, it's a really weird relationship.
It is.
It's a
Very
really
weird. It's like
weird
Donkey
thing.
and Diddy.
I don't
It's a
like
lot
it.
like Donkey and Diddy Kong. You know what I mean? Nobody knows where the tail's going, Andy. You know what I'm talking about? TAIL. All right? We'll talk to you later, Andy. Jump back to Michael Fassbender. Let me tell you, this is a man I would fuck. And I don't say that about anybody other than Andy. This is a man who could just and when we're not even to the scene yet, but when he walks into the fucking Swiss Alps bar or whatever in that white shirt, I'm like, Jesus.
Was that in the Swiss Alps?
I don't fucking know, because he's in Switzerland,
right?
Argentina.
He's in
Okay,
Switzerland right now.
He goes into the bank.
He walks into the bank in Switzerland. He's got a big old Nazi gold bar, and the guy's like, "We don't take this." He's like, "I know you fucking take it because you're gonna take it. And I'm gonna take it. All right, cool. I'm gonna take it." And he's like, "He starts doing." And then guess what? Fassbender's like, "No, you're not. I'm here because you stole this, and this is all my people's possessions melted down, and I'm coming for fucking revenge. You all better." And the guy goes to hit the button, and I'll tell you what, Magneto has a lot of plans. You know what I mean? But he's a young supervillain here, a young mutant using his powers. Yeah. Thank God that man's button is right where his watch is, because if he would have reached for the other hand, we got problems. You know what I mean? But anyways, he stops him from hitting the button, punches himself in the face. Why are you hitting yourself? And he's like, "Listen, motherfucker," walks over, starts doing the filling thing. No gold, huh?
God.
So fucking gross and
upsetting
painful. Where's this dude? I want to get this dude. I'm going after all the dudes. And he says, he's fucking in Argentina, you know, and he still rips the fucking thing out of his tooth. It's like, fuck, it's gross. It's so gross.
Fucking brutal.
And then he's like, I'm going to go kill that guy, and you know how powerful I am now, so don't you fucking tell him I'm coming, because I'll fucking kill you too. And because I think he says, "I want to kill you," or something, whatever. And he's like, "Oh, fuck, that's fucked up." And I'm left in the shower today. I'm thinking about this whole movie and how I'm going to recap it. My main question is, what do you think that fucker told people at the dentist? Right? He walked in there like, "What the fuck happened to you?" He's like,
Well, to be fair, fillings fall out sometimes.
Yeah.
that was ripped out.
Laffy
That took
Taffy?
part of the tooth with
Did
it,
it?
didn't it? Didn't it? I don't know, man.
I didn't see that. I just saw the metal.
filling. Yeah.
I don't
At
know,
that
guys.
point, you just
I
take
don't
the
know.
giant gold bar that he left, and you're like, it's fair. Take it in your pocket, please.
So yeah, we covered it. Raven wants to bang over there, but they're not having any of that banging business. I'm gonna just jump to the next Magneto bit, and then we'll get to what's happened with Moira MacTaggert, or whatever the fuck her name is. Over there, yeah, fucking an amazing scene. Just give me, with all your X-Men origins and your
just do
Wolverines,
Magneto.
just fucking give me
This-
Eric Lyncher walking around fucking people up.
First off, Michael Fassbender in a bar. There's nothing that builds tension quite like
Yes,
that.
this whole bar scene's amazing.
Bar scene might be the best scene in the whole movie.
I mean,
Yes.
who I was talking to, but they were like, "Oh, why was that so? Like, he's so good at that." I'm like, "Yeah, it's exactly like the one from Inglourious Basterds,
Yeah.
where he's like, I'll take 3, and that whole scene was fucking amazing." The one thing that I noticed upon both viewings of this movie was I was like, this made me wish that Michael Fassbender was the next Bond. Him sneaking around as a covert guy. And then when we get to the part where he's on the boat and he's in the all black, like sneaking around, so I was like, dude, he would have been such a fucking good Bond in this time
He
period.
has such a small waist.
He's got a long torso.
He's just something to look at.
perfect,
You know what I mean?
He's good looking.
Yeah.
Very good looking.
Big dick, huge dick.
People say that.
low-hanger.
How do we know that?
Shame.
Where
There's a
we
movie called Shame, and
Yeah.
he's just buck naked for the first.
He's
5
just
minutes
like
of it.
he's soft as all hell, Greg. But this fucking flopper.
His dick
dude.
is so, his dick is so
Jesus
big that
Christ.
George Clooney during an Academy Award, one of the Academy Awards, made reference to it, and like they cut to Michael Fassbender, and he blushed. It was cute.
Well, because you're.
He was like, "I'm
funny.
big." Like Clooney was like, "I'm big. I'm not Michael Fassbender big or anything like that." And Fassbender was like,
That's funny.
Everyone was like, he was like,
That's fine.
dick's
That's
big.
good stuff.
Alright,
That's
guys.
funny.
And he
Anyway.
busted that fucking flopper ass.
They're like, why is this like papa? Like, why
I
is there
really
two
don't like
thumbs?
the term
Like,
Anyways, yeah, he walks in. He's talking to everybody, having a good time, and you're like, "This is gonna be fucking awesome, man." It is. And he turns around, he's like, "Oh, where are you from? I'm from Dusseldorf or whatever." "Oh, my family's from Dusseldorf." And comes, "Oh, what's their name?" They don't have any people. Like he does the
so
cheers
good.
of like, what is it? A fisherman and a tailor took my
Fun
name.
fact, though,
pig
one
farmer
of the guys,
and a tailor.
yeah, one was the tailor, which was Schneider, and I was like, "Oh, that's Pear's last name. He's a tailor." He's like, "Herr Schneider," and I'm like, "Per Schneider." Didn't know that's what I meant. There you go.
Oh, I see what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? He said his name was Schneider. And he goes, "Oh, you're a tailor. Your people were tailors because Schneider, I guess, means tailor." In German,
Oh, interesting.
Okay,
right?
and
Because
so
they had picked generic fucking names. To
and
hire.
they do that fucking great thing where they start drinking and they're all drinking as fast as Fassbender's drinking to see what's gonna happen. It's like fucking right.
Yeah.
It's intense.
I just
Fucking
picture
intense.
like I wanted them to cut to Jesse from Breaking Bad where he's like
Yeah.
looking back and forth.
And so yeah, then what? The dude pulls out his knife. Fassbender grabs it and reads it. And he's like, "What is it for honor
Blood
and blood
and-
for blood and honor?
Yeah.
Which do you want to lose first?" And the guy's like, fuck you." And he's like, "Oh, blood." And
So
slams
awesome.
it into his hand or whatever. And then the dude comes over with the gun. And then he pushes the gun to the other dude, shoots that dude. And they're like, "What are you?" And he says something fun. That was awesome. I forget. what it was.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what are you on Frankenstein's monster?
But-
And I've come look for Frankenstein.
He fucking takes
My
the
creator.
knife out. throws it at the guy.
Oh, that was right. Yeah,
Pulls
yeah.
it back, stabs the guy's hand
Oh,
again, and the
such
guy
a
screams
good
even
scene.
louder. That was so
Such a
fucking-
great
This
fucking
is
scene.
the coolest
Such a great-
fucking
yeah.
scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
when I started watching this, I was like, oh, I remember this scene gonna be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And then everything else, you're like, yeah, it was good. But
Yeah.
This is fucking
But I
rad.
wish the rest of the movie was that.
God,
Exactly.
He's also just a phenomenal actor. And so is James McAvoy, to be fair, but like, you can't beat Fassbender.
He's amazing. That scene's amazing. Everything's awesome. Frankenstein's out to look for his creator.
They have such perfect chemistry. McAvoy and Fassbender, when they're,
Yeah.
it's like, man, they picked the two perfect actors
And it's
to play
like,
the
nailed
that's,
it,
that's the
absolutely.
craziest part of all of this is, all right, this is a reboot, and we've already seen so many X-Men movies.
Soft
And
reboot.
it's like, yeah, soft reboot, but it's like, all right, the one thing that is unanimously good about the other movies is Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Yeah,
and it's
they're
like,
great.
how did they find a pair that is just as good? It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You okay, Big Kevin?
Yeah, I'm just
Struggling a little?
slightly a little bit too far away.
Oh, okay.
And it's like freaking me out.
So now let's jump to
look at
lovely
him.
Las Vegas. We're on the old strip there, and like, there's speaking of strip,
Hey!
Moira is across the street in her thing, and she's got a dude with her, another fucking G-man or whatever. They're government folks. You'll understand in a second. They're out there doing a stakeout, right? And like, there's some kind of party happening, and some fucking dude, I forget, it was just some general, whatever, fucking, he's showing up. He's going inside the. Why is this general going in there? And then all these sexy women start going in there. And like we've known Moira for like 5 seconds, whatever. And she just takes off all her clothes, gets out, walks in.
Smart.
And what do you do?
We got to hit it already, Andy. Give me them, rank those abs.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
yeah,
Okay.
dude.
For
Were they
Bruce
born?
Byrne.
Born
Yeah.
in labs. Now it's time to rank those abs.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rank Those Abs. Gonna kick it over to Tim, the Pure One Gettys, because he has an opinion on this, apparently.
The moment that she took it off and started out, it was like, God damn, Rose.
Yeah, she's coming at it.
I did not know she had it like that.
Oh, she had it like that.
She
though.
had it like that.
I have a
Those
huge-
abs.
Oh, she's
Did she
great.
have great
Fine,
abs? I didn't
oh,
notice
yeah,
her
she-
abs
She's
being
just
amazing.
really skinny.
I know she's
Really
she's
skinny.
got a great body. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
just okay.
Yeah, no, it was something special.
But that's the thing. I mean, so we didn't give any points to Tom Holland for his abs because he's skinny. He didn't really have to earn a whole lot, right? We talked about
Yeah,
that.
we
thought that
did.
was
That's true.
crazy.
Those are the rules.
So where do you put her abs?
Well, I mean, when are you gonna give me a fucking vote in Ragu Bagu? That's
great
what
point,
really
great
matters.
point,
So
great
why don't you
point.
keep your
What?
opinion to yourself? Okay? Great point. You should give your fucking
your opinion yourself,
to
Andy.
I
you
was
said
just
it.
asking your opinion. That's what I was doing.
Anyway, she's decided to use some of the tools that God gave her instead of the government. She walks in there, and it's around this time you guys remember. Oh, wait a second. This is Seth Rogen's wife in Neighbors, and so she will now be referred to as the wife from Neighbors. Yeah, because I can't remember her character, or I can't
Moira.
pronounce her
Moira.
character's name in this
Moira
movie,
MacTaggert.
and I can't remember it from Neighbors. So Neighbors walks on in there, and she's in her underwear.
It's just
and
Neighbors.
all these other underwear girls are walking in there. They've been busted in there.
Moira.
And like they're going down and they're doing this stuff, and the general's there or whatever. He's gonna save some time with Shaq or whatever. And he's talking, he walks and they walk in there, and then they look over there, and guess what? It's the fucking woman from Mad Men. It's
January
Emma Frost,
Jones.
it turns out. It's Emma, she's gonna be Emma Frost, everybody. They walk into a little thing, they close the drapes. Neighbors comes down, she's like, and then all the guys are like, hey baby, you want to talk? I kind of look like Sammy Davis Jr. They're talking to her, and she's like, you know what? No. No. I got a date with the general over there or whatever. And she goes over and then she throws open their gone.
low rate.
Go to the general, save some time.
What do you guys? What's your feel on January Jones?
I thought she was such a bad actor.
Dude,
She's terrible, right?
terrible. It's like, why? Why? I get that they're
Was
like,
she that bad?
She looks
Yeah.
the part, and that's all she needed to be. They're like, I guess we'll
But
put up with your lines.
crazy shit is going down around her at every turn in this movie, and she is right here.
She's just there.
She's just
Always.
right in this little tiny space. That's
Yeah.
I'm breathing. I guess that was her motivation. Like, my character's alive. That's pretty much all I
Yeah,
need.
just a lot of her line delivery just fell flat.
Oh, God, it was bad.
what it reminded me of is like when they cast a supermodel to be an actor who hasn't had a lot of experience.
Yeah.
and tries to sort of sound meaningful, and it came across really bad.
It's
I
sad
think.
too because the character
Same with a lot of the kid
cool.
actors.
And I feel like she could have brought, like, a different actress could have brought a different dimension to that, where, like, you can tell she doesn't like being relegated as the sidekick, or like the left hand of Sebastian Shaw, but she just, none of that came through. And the stuff in Russia where you're like, shouldn't you be scared right now? These guys, like, fucking Magneto wants to kill you.
Yeah.
Straight up, and she's just like, whatever. I guess we'll just sit here.
Havoc or Havoc.
Yeah,
Also
that's
really
that's
bad
a character.
acting.
I liked I didn't mind Havoc.
I thought a lot of the kid actors.
All the kid actors
had really bad line
Banshee.
delivery.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I hated him.
I like that actor.
So
though.
much.
We'll get to them in a second. We're still down in the weird strip club, whatever. She throws open the thing. They're going, what the fuck? She sits down at the table. She's trying to figure out. We cut inside. They got the general in there. You got Emma Frost. You got the devil. His name's Azazel. Then you got the tornado man. And what's his name? No one ever fucking talks to him.
I call him Tornado Man.
No one ever fucking says, hey, Andy, do this for me.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, other guy that has powers, do shit. I'm like,
His name
all right,
is
fine.
Rip-
A fucking submarine
Did they say it at
rolls
some point?
28 million times and it looks like he just walked
Thank
out
you.
of a
Just
men's
making sure.
warehouse.
Just making sure.
He looks so good and like
great.
his hair was just so perfect.
So big old KB, Kevin Bacon, the Bacon Master himself is there. How does he not age? We don't know. We're guessing as an audience member. Is it a long distance cousin? He's got no accent. It's weird. What is going on? It's
cool.
There's something more to this guy than meets the eye.
Fucking
He's
great.
He's
I
a transformer.
love Kevin
So
Bacon in
good.
this movie. I love him as a
Me
bad
too.
guy.
He's great in
I
this
fucking
movie.
love him.
He does the cool bad guy thing of being totally, like everything's fine. Well, even when you're being mean to me and not doing, and then he like turns on him or whatever. But not like turns on him, right? He just shows that he's got the powers and shit.
He's like, no,
Well,
you're
the
gonna
guy's
do
like-
this.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to do something. And the guy's like, I'm not going to do that because I'm the general who Troy Baker does a great impression of me. And then he's like, okay, tornado guy. And the guy like makes a little tornado. And the general gets so
Tornado
freaked
guy.
out by this that he's like, I'll do whatever
Doesn't he
you
get
need me
thrown
to
into
do.
the wall at this point?
Is that what
yeah, he
happened?
gets thrown into the wall, and that's what
I just
Nora
think-
hears after she already figured out the button. She
As
went
just
on.
an FYI though, if you're trying to intimidate someone, the dude who looks normal versus the fucking devil looking guy, let's use the devil guy. Like I would have had him pop up right behind him and like
Devil guy's too obvious.
Yeah, I feel like the devil guy, like, he's an on-off switch. He's either fucking murdering people or just kind of standing around. So
Now, speaking of the devil guy, Feifel here, he's Nightcrawler's dad, is that right?
Azazel.
Azazel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Azazel.
I mean, in some
supposedly.
cases,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing is this movie does not.
Oh, why
it's
would,
just
why would they deal something cool in this movie? Like
Yeah.
any of these characters'
it's
backstories?
pretty-
I mean, it's clear,
He's really
right? Yeah,
close
he
to
looks
not-
exactly like him.
but red.
Who did he fuck?
Mystique.
Mystique.
No.
In the cartoons, Mystique.
I don't know if you noticed. She's,
You know
she's a
what's-
fucking kid in this
You know
movie.
what's funny about
perverts.
that is that you were like, I have to say no to this, but you like the idea. At
I'm
first
sure,
you're
yeah.
like, that's hot.
Well, the comics, of course, flesh all this out and make it make sense.
He fucked Blue from Blue's Clues. That's how you
Thank
get
you
the
very
color.
much.
Yeah.
That's so hard.
Yeah. Jesus.
I never watched Blues.
The weird thing about fucking Tornado Guy, like,
Riptide.
what is actually
fuck
spinning?
know? I don't-
'Cause,
air?
like,
Air.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, don't you
how
normally
tornadoes
see
work.
air spin when there's like,
Dust and shit in it?
yeah,
Well, it
Dust in
pulls
the
up
wind.
dust, Andy.
but from
There's a lot of
The thing
From his
about it-
hands,
did
or-
you not notice how clean the carpets were in this room? He
Why
pulled
do you
all
think?
the dust out.
What do you think, you know?
gotcha.
Anyways, throwing the general into the thing, that gives enough of a window there for old neighbors to look through and be like, oh man, what the fuck's going on in there? And she
seeing
sees,
spooky
I'm Emma
shit."
Frost and I'm Diamonds, which won't be explained for longer in the movie, but I'm Diamonds. Okay, cool. And then he sees fucking Feifel come over and grab him, go poof, and he's gone. It's like, oh fuck. And then she gets out of the fucking building and out of everything really quick. And she gets to the car where they have the first ever cell phone. And she calls it just to NORAD or wherever the fuck they are. And like, oh, this is very, very important. We're having a call about fucking fighting Russia or whatever. And she's like, no, the fucking general, he's been compromised. And he's like, fuck, he is. He's right over there in a very important meeting in a tuxedo.
In a tuxedo.
Okay, whatever, sure.
I think one
Nobody
person
thought it
was
was
like, I
weird.
just saw him at a party in a tuxedo. And he's like, no, he's clearly here. You would think that he'd look and see, well, he's in a fucking tuxedo. Like maybe some
no,
shit
I
is
don't
going
want to
down.
believe any of this muty garbage. You know what I
Because
mean?
it came from a dame.
It came from a. This is why women shouldn't be in the CIA.
Why we don't let women work.
And there, she's like, "Fuck, goddamn," and she like,
Yeah, she did. Direct quote.
God damn.
I just picture, God, I picture that being like a Michael Pena fucking recap in his fucking movies. Like, she's like, fuck, goddamn.
That's so good.
Are there a lot of those in Ant-Man?
Enough.
Good.
That's so
Okay, cool.
And it's perfect.
And so then I'm combining some stuff, but I think that she goes back to Washington again, tries to explain it. They don't want to hear it, so she's like, I need a goddamn expert in mutation, because she heard through the crack and saw it all. We're mutants, motherfucker. That was a Kevin Bacon direct quote. I need a fucking muty-loving master, you know what I mean? And so then we
know the
jump
guy.
over back to fucking merry old England, where, it's Jennifer Lawrence coming on out with now the professor, Charles Xavier.
Congratulations, you're a professor. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's a fun moment.
Yeah.
I appreciate moments like that.
Yeah, me too.
It's not like the Han Solo. How'd you get last name? Oh, you're
Fucking guy
alone,
gave
I
it
guess
to
you're
me,
solo.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like that type of, he earned the right to be a professor. Good for you.
Went to
Xavier.
Oxford or Cambridge or whatever the fuck.
What is it? I'm not a professor until I have students. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's coming.
That was fun. That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, all right, great, that happened. They're drinking in a bar. He's chugging this big old thing. He can drink like the best of them. You know what I mean? And he comes on down, and big old neighbors walks over, and she's like, "Oh, I got that needs some help with the fucking
And
thing."
it's like, yeah, baby.
And he runs the same fucking his whole game. He's got the game, you know, and he's read the game. Runs his game on her. She's like, "No, this is a work thing," like, you know. And he looks into her mind. He's like, "Oh fuck, you've seen some muties. I know muties. I've only found this one other one, which doesn't seem right, but whatever. I got some muties. Great." And so, like, come on back to Langley with me. We're going out to DC. We're gonna go talk to these people. Great. We go out there. Fassbender probably did something in between all these scenes, but it doesn't matter for him.
Just look good.
Just fucking flexing. You know what
What
I
a
mean?
fucking torso that guy has. Jesus.
telling
He's
me.
all
Nice.
torso. He's like 95% torso. You'll see it now.
Yeah, he gives Professor Xavier gives his little presentation there to the CIA. They're like, "Fuck off! We don't believe in muties. You're an idiot." He's like, "I can read your mind. I've
Oliver
seen this
Platt's
trick
there.
before."
Shout out to
Guess
Oliver Platt.
who is that? Oh no, we're not there yet. Looks into the guy's mind. It's Stryker. You're thinking about your son William, the William Stryker that'll make Wolverine and fucking make a really bad movie in X-Men Origins Wolverine. But we died in
Cool.
the grass.
That connection starts, you know?
Yeah, cool. I mean, they've always been government hacks. Great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All right, great. And so, yeah, he's like, "What? How did you know that? They're fucking spies. They're spies." No. And then Mystique stands up and turns into Stryker. And they're like, no, they're fucking ghost people. Like, detain them. And then, the guy from Ready to Rumble, the champion, he steps up. And he's like, "No, man. Like, I'll keep them. I'll watch them for you. Don't worry. I was in
Poor
Ready to Rumble.
bastard.
I was in Ready to Rumble."
I was
Poor
going to say
bastard,
Lake
you know?
Placid. I loved him in that movie also, where they fought the gigantic alligator.
Oh,
It's a big old
right.
alligator.
Betty White. Shout out to Betty White. Everyone, R.I.P. Betty White.
She's not dead.
She's alive?
Let's take a moment for Betty White.
Stop
She's
it,
super
no.
alive. She's super alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're just shouting her out.
Just
Yeah.
give her a
sure,
shout
okay,
out.
that's fair.
For
that's
being
fair.
I said
alive
R.I.P.
still.
What I meant was let's take a moment of silence.
You mean
Yeah, 'cause she's so
LOL
awesome.
for Betty White? So they're gonna go and like do stuff, and for the first time ever, Xavier freezes everything, and then you come with me, neighbor's woman, and she meets him in the parking garage. We're Ready to Rumble. Guy's got a car, and he's like, "Well, I'm only allowed to take you where I need to take you." And he's like, "Fuck that! You're taking me where I live." But all right, cool. And he does the.
He's like, "You want to see another trick? Yeah, get in the car." And the guy's like, "Okay, cool. That's not a massive breach of trust between us that we just formed right now. No worries, get in the fucking car."
He was gonna get in the
Dope
car
dude.
Let's jump to the water. Out on the yacht, it's Shaw, that's AKA Kevin Bacon, January Jones, FIFO, and fucking Tornado Man.
Now, I want to say Kevin Bacon looking like he's just having a great time
He
in
is.
every scene,
In
no matter
every
what's
scene.
going
Yeah.
on.
Hamming it up, man.
Yeah.
God
But I feel
bless
like
him
his
for it.
plan is working, you know?
He knows it's going to work. He's super powerful.
And it's been working for a while. Now he's got a bunch of clones. Or not clones, I'm sorry. Sorry, you really freaked me out there.
yeah, and
he's got a
picking
bunch
shit
of
off
mutants.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
cat
cat
hair.
hair, yeah.
It's-
He's
it's
got
everywhere.
good mutants with the exception of Riptide, who's completely lame.
What?
But Azazel's awesome.
super useful when they get attacked and he needs to like make all the ships go away, remember?
That's fair.
When does he kill the general? Did that already happen? Or
No,
is
that
that
happened
coming?
No, that's
on
on the
the
boat
ship,
you were talking
remember?
about right now.
But doesn't that happen in the daytime? In the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was not going there.
The general goes.
You were going to the night.
General
And
goes
says,
there.
"I
Oh,
voted,
I got a
voted."
fucking grenade, and I
Right.
want money, and I'm like,
You're
because they were
gonna
gonna
leave me
kill him
alone.
anyway. And he's
Right.
like, "Oh no!" And that's where Kevin Bacon reveals that he can take in energy and put it back out. And
Yeah.
He hits them
and
and
that's how
everything.
he's young.
Dope power.
Yeah, exactly. We just
Yeah.
white out
Also,
everything.
that effect
that
is
is
really
so
creepy
cool.
and
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I love
So cool. All the like hands when he's grabbing the grenade
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
explodes,
yeah.
and you can see that like weird motion. So cool. What
The
a
good
good design.
CGI in this movie
Yeah.
is very good.
Yeah.
And you could tell like all the budget went to Kevin Bacon and Beast's feet.
Yeah,
Anything,
Oh, man.
anything else is just really terrible looking, and it shows. It's so obvious, man.
So that was that boat scene. I'm assuming we
What'd
missed
you go
something in
with?
between. Or don't we make our attack here on the fucking Mike Fassbender on the boat going after Shaw,
submarine
and then
and
everybody
shit.
else comes in? Yeah. Am I
Sounds
miss-
right.
Because
Wait,
this,
how do they figure he was
that's
there?
the same
though?
boat, right?
How did they figure out that Shaw was at the boat? Because the military comes for Shaw as well. How did they figure that out?
I don't know.
I fucking
Did,
forgot. Right?
did neighbors do something?
Did she have
Or guy
information?
from
Yeah.
the wrestling shit movie.
No, they get in the car. Where do they go
Sure.
after they get in the car? They get in the car. He's like, "Get in the car. I gotta show you something. Like, you want to see something cool? Get in the car." They get in the car. Where do they go?
We're looking.
They go to the dude's like base of operation.
Oh, that cool CIA.
Do they? I
base.
don't-
yeah, because then they're chilling there at the CIA base for a little bit, and then somehow they're like,
Do we get introduced to Cerebro here? Oh, don't we?
"No,
Get,
not yet. No, that's later."
No, that's when they all want to go. This is after because I remember
right,
them being at the
Fassbender's
base
putting that.
with Fassbender.
yeah.
No, I believe they go to the base once before. Somehow find out, oh, he's gonna be on this boat, and they're like, "All right, cool, we'll go find him."
So
Fassbender
what was
also knows.
the conversation of with Ready to Rumble guy in the parking garage of, I'm only allowed to take you one place. Well, no, you're taking us to the place you're allowed to take us?
I can't remember. No, they went somewhere else, and they figured out that Sebastian Shaw was
Yeah,
there.
I guess
and
at
get
that point
get
they
the
must have been
military
like,
and they
yeah.
go after him.
Anyways, we're jumping to that scene. If there was a scene in there, it wasn't important, go fuck yourself, Matt Vaughn.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah,
better
so
scenes.
we were gonna roll. Fassbender swims on over. He's got all the
Dope.
he's got his crazy ass spy outfit on. It's
Dope.
cool. He gets up there, starts to approach. Guess what? It's fucking January Jones. It's the Baconator. She's like, he's here to kill you. Boing! Like fucks up his brain for a second. It's like, oh no! And
He's like, hello, little Eric.
Shaw's
Good to
super
see you
excited
again,
to see him.
little Eric.
Guten Tag and all this shit.
He's so excited the entire time.
Still got the same chocolate bar. Very excited that all this shit's
Hey, man,
happening.
saved it for you.
Yeah.
Knew you'd be back.
You guys
Probably a
nailed it,
little
by the
stale.
way.
Which part?
You guys nailed the whole, like, they went to the CIA place or whatever, that little covert place.
Yeah.
And then
How'd they figure out that he
Xavier insisted they track down Shaw.
Oh, Sebastian Shaw. Okay.
Yeah.
So how'd they fucking track him down? They just did.
Shaw was aboard the yacht relaxing with Frost and Riptide when Lyncher appears. So, yeah, it was all sort of...
But how does
so-
it? Oh, it
They
doesn't
don't say
matter.
how.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
CIA guys.
Whatever.
they're
Damn.
They,
Alright,
they
cool.
know what they're doing.
So yeah, they go, oh no, and it's like, oh fuck, you're here. And I forget, he gets in the water maybe. He gets, they did. I think maybe he does a fucking tornado man, tornadoes him into the water. I don't fucking know.
Riptide.
Yeah, all right, cool. And they never say it in the movie. I'm never saying it on this show. All right.
Not important.
Then here we come with the whole CIA in force, right? And I thought they weren't on the same page and they were going to be detained, but no, they're all fighting together. Cool, whatever. They all come in here. Oh, and the fucking CIA, we're here to get you, Sebastian Shaw. And he's like, the fuck you are. And, all of a sudden, bam, Professor X goes fucking erectile dysfunction on him. I can't penetrate in there. I can't see what's happening. They got another person over there. She's actually in my mind. This is funny. You guys are fucked. You're on your own. He's like, fuck. And then here's where your boy fucking Tornado Man starts making the water spits and
Making waves.
blowing boats like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. And like that shit's happened. Like, that's fucking crazy. And then they're like, you want to see something really crazy, Ready to Rumble God? Fucking, they got a snake coming out of the water, but it's not a
Anchor.
snake. It's the anchor on
That's
the chain.
fucking and it
It was
starts
fucking
ripping the
tight.
boat apart, which is
was
Very
so cool.
conveniently,
Oh, sick.
yes. You'd think the first thing you do, take it up and take it straight through the boat. But knowing that there's a submarine underneath, he's just using it to slice it up. All right,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, you would think it would just do this.
And,
Yeah.
and in an interesting move, because I'm not the Marvel X-Men guy, of
Yeah.
course, whatever. January Jones in diamond form, nearly indestructible. But in this scene, in fucking Kevin Bacon, again, this will be weird for the end, but I don't indestructible if he thinks about it. I don't know how he uses any of the energy. Whatever, we'll get to it when we get to it.
It's confusing. They changed his powers a lot.
They're running away from the anchor. At which point him and January Jones refusing to turn into diamond form to run. All right, whatever.
Too expensive.
Exactly. I know why, but it's just like, all right, this is whatever.
really quick, did January Jones, that character, did she always have sort of fucking mental
Yeah.
power? She's
Emma
always
Frost?
Emma Frost. She's
Yeah.
always had
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
it's always weird
When
when
they
they
have
like,
more than one power. I don't
hate
like it.
I don't like it at all.
it.
And I feel like they overdo that shit.
By the
so
way,
often.
there was zero reason for her to be a diamond, like have the diamond skin. Just have her be a telepath, so it's telepath versus telepath. That's all you needed.
I mean,
But whatever.
she was also in
effect when you get
Wolverine,
to the end
right?
But did she have the
was.
power
Yeah,
there?
Wolverine.
Yeah,
she was
she
little.
turns
She was a little girl.
diamond.
No, but she
She
always,
wasn't a little girl though.
That was
She
the soft. That was the
yeah.
soft.
Did she have the
reboot.
psychic
Soft
powers
reboot.
in
Soft
Origins?
reboot.
Big kid.
We
didn't really
never
see
see him.
Okay.
We just see the diamond form. But which is funny because in the comics, she's very famous for like the mental, telepathy.
It just seems like such a scapegoat for this movie.
Anyways, Shaw and her and Tornado Guy and Feifel, they get in the submarine. Submarine detached from the boat. This is a fucking cool yacht.
Really cool.
This submarine, by the way, pimp sauce.
Yeah.
Pimp sauce.
Yeah.
Got a room where the nuclear reactor is, full of mirrors. Why?
It blocks out. It blocks out waves.
Because it's fucking cool. That's why.
And
That was
it
the
is
answer.
Cool. It's cool.
Everything Kevin Bacon wears and does in this movie is fucking
And he has
cool.
the most inconvenient seat in the middle of the fucking like it's just getting in everybody's way.
It's dope.
So the submarine starts dropping. Eric Lynch is like, fuck that. I'm going to lift it out of the goddamn water. He doesn't know how to do that yet. So he just anchors himself to it. So it starts going down, but he's still trying to stop it, but he can't.
Such
And
a good scene,
Xavier's reading all this because he saw that obviously. And he jumps in the water, even though he can just talk to him through it.
nailing it, dude.
So he's hugging him down there. He's like, you got to let go, Eric. I know you've seen some pain. Yada, yada, yada. They surface. He's like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm Charles Xavier. I'm going to be your best friend forever. Yeah, we're going to be best friends
We're
forever.
gonna be besties.
And so like he comes with him to the CIA now, and they get there and they're like, all right, man, fucking this shit's on another level right now. You're telling me we got a guy who can fucking make wind do things? And they're like, they're not even really concerned that, again, fucking Satan's walking the earth. Like, cool, we got a wind man down there. We got fucking problems, you know what I mean? And like we need some mutant help here or whatever. And they go to maybe they already have, maybe they haven't, whatever. They go to the old mutant facility there for the CIA where Ready to Rumble's got his own team down there, one of which being Hank McCoy. And it turns out in the first 5 seconds, Xavier outs him as a mutie. He's like, what? And he takes off these very tight shoes, these very tight loafers, reveal he's got like a thumb down there. I'm like, I don't want to work for shoes, but whatever. And he can fucking hang upside down. Great. Awesome. That's the power, I guess.
His mutant abilities are really,
like,
really useless.
I like how they totally, like, all right, cool, no, I'm going to work on this cure that will remove our physical attributes, but we'll still have the same powers. At which point you have to look him in the fucking eyes and go, what are your powers other than the feet?
It makes him really smart.
I think he's really strong too, because Beast in the comic book was like,
he's strong.
He's
but
strong and
it
smart.
doesn't make him smart. I think he's just a
No,
smart.
no, no.
guy.
I
He's a
think
smart guy.
I think it makes him really smart because his thing is the duality of.
Well, they laugh at the. Yeah, I guess you're right, but they do laugh at Eric Lensher says, "What's your power? Like you're smart." Like they kind of made fun of that.
Yeah.
I feel. I don't know.
But like he's in comics, he's like one of the smartest people in the world.
I feel
but
like
I
that's
think
just
it's
him.
because
Yeah, I thought that was just him.
his mutation. Well, I
Greg
could
made
be
a
wrong.
great point though of Charles Xavier barely outing him, but like throughout his whole life, he had never met another mutant.
And now I'm just popping them
That's
off
so
left and
true.
right. You're not just reading minds at random and hearing somebody be like, oh, fuck, it sucks that my dick is another talking lizard. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You got a mutated talking
My dick
lizard.
has a
dick.
little brain.
Throughout his whole life in the UK, I don't know. Yeah, that is weird.
I can't do it.
And in America. He was on the Eastern Seaboard for a long time before he then went over there, where he was reading minds left and right as a kid. Doesn't matter. Whatever. They got a mutie squad up there. Fucking Hank McCoy's got a supersonic jet he teases that'll show one day. Raven infatuated with him again because again, apparently this woman's sheltered and just needs to get laid.
hungry.
Yeah,
She's that D, dude.
she got that thirst.
Hungry.
And more power to her. It's the swinging 60s.
It's where those actors found love. They did it for like 2 years.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Oh
Nicholas
my
Holt
God.
and J-Law.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
was gonna
great.
say
We
Jennifer
come back
Lawrence.
here. He's been working on a Cerebro of his own, of course. It's out there in Epcot Center. Great. Of course, I've forgotten all about Epcot Center by the time we get to Logan, where he's like living in Epcot Center. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's a neat little throwback there.
that's
That's how
right.
it kind of looks. Cool. Yeah, use Cerebro. We're going to find all the other mutants. What if they don't want to be found? We're going to fucking find them anyway, Eric, all right? You don't like it? Take all the nails out of the boards and put them in my fucking face right now. And that's what I'd tell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get on board or get out of the way.
I don't like that
Fucking
they didn't
mutie.
make Cerebro, that it was just there, Because in X1, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, me and
Yeah, I
what's
helped
his
them make
name
it.
made it. And now it's just like, oh, well, the CIA had it.
Soft reboot.
You're right, I get it.
I know.
Well,
Still
I mean, they
dumb.
made the newer version of it, I guess, but this is like just.
Did they? Because
Not
we
anymore,
see
yeah,
when they
no.
break up, and they didn't make
But again,
it.
you
know what
gotta,
I mean?
you just gotta let that go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not the future we're driving towards anymore. That's not how it exists.
I suppose.
A lot of things you gotta just forget for this, but embrace some other things to remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We find a whole bunch of mutants. We're writing them down. We see a fucking little shitty Storm out there. Does she have the accent in this scene? Will she not have the accent in this scene? Nobody knows. But there she was with her white hair doing Stormy things. What?
Storm?
Yes. When we're
She
going
was
through
in
all the kid
flashback.
mutants, yeah. When we're going
yeah,
through
yeah,
Cerebro,
Yeah, okay.
So is
gotcha.
Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops was the little
Oh,
kid
yes,
that was
yes,
sitting
yes.
there with his glasses on.
it could have been Daredevil.
He had a
We keep
baseball.
Getting everybody calm down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was funny.
Yeah, of course.
That was good.
For a while, I was like, baseball boy. Basketball boy's psychic. you know?
Sure, yeah,
Or
Blinky.
Nemesis.
Yeah, sure.
Both play
Yes,
boring
dude.
sports.
And it's
And then
wo-
we get it, though. We get that cameo.
It's working. It's jotting down all the fucking names and numbers. We're gonna go get all these guys. We're gonna get them on the team because apparently we just need to get all the mutants together to stop Shaw or something. All right, I guess whatever. We're getting mutants together. Cool, let's do it. So yeah, now then it's like cool. Fucking Ready to Rumble's gonna go get him. No sir, I've decided, me Eric Lensher, that only me and Charles are allowed
Who's
to go
Ready
do
Rumble,
this.
by the way?
He's
Oliver Platt. He's the
the
guy
fat
who's, like,
CIA
accepting-
agent
CIA
who gets
handler.
dropped and
Got it.
killed.
Okay, cool.
God, that was such a fucked up
We'll
scene.
get there. We'll get there because
Yeah.
I do like that scene. Cool. Then we get the montage. We're gonna need a montage. We're gonna pick up some muties or whatever. We go to. And this is a fun montage.
I love every montage in this movie.
Sure.
I feel like that's when this movie is at its most, it feels like it's at home and comfortable with what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And this montage is fucking great.
So we go through it. And we're getting in the montage here. Sorry, Kevin threw me.
No, it's fine.
Beast
my
is
bad.
a genius. Kevin looked up.
It doesn't matter. I was just. It was
Because of his power?
Yeah.
Again, they just don't explain it well. You got feet powers.
They don't explain it
What
well
are we
at
going to
all.
show you your powers? You can hang upside down, you can run fast. But if you lose the toe, You'll still have those. That's not how that would work. Now you just got regular feet. You can't run as fast, motherfucker. You can't hang from
100%.
shit.
He wouldn't be running
You
fast.
fucking dummy. Anyways, we're out there. We're meeting all the mutants now. Guess what? They go to the strip club. They get the private end. It's going to be more for 2. Great. He lifts the champagne bucket. Oh, that's cool. Now I'll show you mine. Takes off, looses up her top. Then guess what? They aren't tattoos. They're really fucking weird wings. Great. Then
What's her name?
Angel.
Angel.
Zoe Kravitz, man.
sorry.
They,
My apologies.
they pop
In
through
Big
her
Little Lies.
dress and shit, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like they materialize through her clothing, which is
When?
Bug wings.
really
Did
weird.
you like
Um,
her abilities?
all
Were you
the
like,
time.
oh, what a cool character?
I thought
No.
she was having
fine.
free whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's one
When
of,
she
it is one of
spits
those things where
fireballs,
like,
I was like, what
that
is
was the thing.
happening
Yeah, I'm
here?
like, all right, cool. You're some
fuck
kind of
is this?
fucking
I guess
wing.
you're
Well,
right.
you spit weird shit and burn shit. Okay, that's
when she's flying,
you would think,
when
like-
she's flying after Banshee and it's like a fucking jet, like like hitting the water. I was like, what is this, dude?
It's weird. You would think you're like, okay, we got Sebastian Shaw on one side who has this team of killers. We have to go put our own team together, right? That's great. Let's get kids. Let's get people who
Hey, man.
don't know how to use their powers, who have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Thus, we can ensure that at least 10 of them die right off the bat.
They
Just
go
right
to
off the bat.
jail. And guess what? There's a guy there named Alex Summers. Havoc. Is this Cyclops' brother?
Yeah.
Yes,
Does
it is.
does his power come from the same red dimension?
Yes, it does.
Why does his fucking shit burn then? Make up your mind, guys.
Because
Concussive
there's
or
no
not?
consistency, and Fox
Also,
just
isn't
doesn't care.
is he his
Fox
younger
does
brother or
not
older
care.
brother? Because I
Older.
thought
He's the older
because in
brother.
this
yeah.
he's his older brother, but I thought he was a younger brother in the comics.
Who cares?
No,
They're playing
he's
fast.
He
and loose.
has a younger brother in the comics whose powers are obscenely strong.
Climb into a cab, drive us down to fucking Virginia or whatever. He's like, that's 6 hours. We're coming with us, Darwin. That's going to be your name. All right, cool. Well, we'll find out about my powers later.
Darwin was really cool.
We go there. I don't even remember how we pick up Banshee because whatever. Banshee sucks, but we go to get Banshee. And then, yeah, we get the cameo you're talking about where they use their one fuck, which is great. You walk in, it's Wolverine. It's fucking awesome.
Fuck off.
It's so
So
perfect.
good.
Yeah,
So damn
so
good.
great. I remember the marking out for that in the theater.
Yeah.
Just too good.
It
Too
lasted
damn
way
good.
too long at the end, though. When it just stayed on his face and
I
he was
like
like,
Should have
with the
stayed there
sour.
for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Show me more.
They
Just
had
seemed-
like they were like, we got you for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's
we're
it.
gonna use all of
all
it.
5 of those minutes.
Hell yeah. They pick up the other mutant if there's one more. I don't fucking remember. And then we go back to the CIA mutie headquarters or whatever. Great, that's there. They all get put together and they are all hanging out and talking. We're jumping to this scene. I don't know if something
who
else
cares?
happens.
It's
Oh
feels
no.
right.
Here's what it was. Is that now we had a scene in here where Shaw and Emma Frost were like, let's split up and divide and conquer. I'm gonna go to Russia and make sure these Russians do exactly what we want. This being Emma Frost, and then Sebastian Shaw being like, cool, I'm gonna do other shit. Winky winky. All right, cool, whatever.
And then he does the thing where he's like, this could use some ice.
That's good.
Yeah,
She goes up and cuts the ice off. That was really cool.
But that was like a dumb scene.
It was
Like,
very- it was
why
very,
do you
like,
need to have it?
Comic booky in
Yeah.
a stupid
Like, oh,
way.
they're up by the
Well,
Arctic.
The thing is, I feel like it was supposed to set up a little of her character development where like she feels relegated to this like
She doesn't like being
assistant
in
Totally.
position.
It did
Yeah.
that.
But it's useless. Yeah. But it was cool. I thought it was cool.
It was cool, but
Really
it was
bad
also
CGI.
really
It was
good.
basically like, let's
Yeah.
just show that there's ice there in this fucking Arctic Circle or whatever.
So
So dumb.
they are all assembled at Mutie Camp, and they're all like getting to know each other and their Mutie stuff.
They're all getting drunk and hanging
J
out
Law's
together.
They're not drunk.
We're
They're just being
all
stupid.
fucking. We're all gonna.
Let's give
get
each
in an
other
orgy.
all
Let's all get nicknames to drive this home.
I loved all of that because to me that's what X-Men is.
Yeah.
I like it when it's
That-
the young
that
class,
was-
and you're right that it sucks that it's not the characters that we know.
Yeah.
But like even just seeing them get to know each other, come up with the stupid nicknames and like try to pretend they're superheroes, I thought that was great. I also love the scene of them partying. You didn't like that?
No, they're all bad actors, and it was just like how holy. Like they're not acting like kids at all. They're destroying everything and being like, no one's gonna get mad. There'll be no repercussions. Like what? No, none
I
of
don't
you.
know, man.
I thought
Even
Those kids
Beast,
with
who
powers,
works there.
they're all drinking. I love that.
They're not
Zoe
drinking, they're
Kravitz
drinking
just
Coke.
fucking dancing on the sofa. It's like, why are you doing that?
I thought it was really cringy.
Once
Yeah,
it's
I
that
loved it. I
didn't
thought it
seem
was
realistic
fucking
to me. Like Havoc going out there and being like, "All right, I'm gonna try this," and then breaking the statue and just being like, "All right." It's just like what
See,
you know, people are gonna be upset about.
I
this.
know, but I feel like they're finally all brought together to celebrate their powers. Like they have these powers and they're all fucking stoked to use them together. I think that totally makes sense.
I agree that makes sense and would have been cool and was probably
I
cool on
hated
the
the
paper
hula hoop.
page.
that's how he does it. Always
So
God
dumb.
in that,
So
yeah.
dumb. Such stupid.
But
stupid
yeah, no,
powers.
this is the scene where Zoe Kravitz is like wearing a shirt or whatever, and then like the wings come out of her back, like through her clothing. I never undered that.
What was
Thorax.
her code name?
Angel.
It was Angel.
Yeah. She has just what she danced by her stripper name too. Then fucking neighbors and the other adults show up like, what are you doing? You're breaking it.
I expected more from you.
And then we must have jumped to Shaw and gotten the fucking ice thing, whatever.
And they were antagonized by some people outside of the room.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, that's
Not yet.
Curtains were outside.
yet.
though.
Fucking beauties. Oh.
Not yet, everybody.
What kind of
Dicks,
fucking,
dude,
here's the thing,
yeah.
what kind of fucking dumbass sees what these people are capable of and then is like, let's
tries
talk
to
shit
mock
to
him,
him.
yeah.
This guy has fucking red lightning come out of his chest that could melt statues. Let's pick on him. Fucking
True.
CIA goons. That's the
True.
problem with this country right now.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Cool.
So now let's go. Yeah, so
thought there was more.
they gotta stop Shaw. They know he's going to Russia. Let's go to Russia and fucking find him. Then we're in Russia, everybody. We're on a hill looking over this shit, right? And no, it's not Shaw. It's fucking Emma Frost. Where's Shaw? Oh, fucking no. And like Xavier goes down there and takes control of a commando. Finds out Shaw isn't there, but Emma Frost is going inside. Here's a big cameo a lot of you probably missed. Of course, the Russian general dude, the dude from Batman Begins who gets Bruce Wayne's coat.
Also,
No
the
big deal.
guy from The Saint who played another Russian bad guy.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And like fucking Magneto's like, this
Gotta
is
stranglehold.
bullshit. And they're like, let's abort. And he's like, fuck aborting. Like, I'm going to go in there and get her. It's second in command. It's close enough. They're like, no, you can't start a fucking war. You know, it's tense right now, bro. Cold War and shit. And he's like, I'm not fucking with the CIA. I'm with my fucking revenge squad. And I'm like, yes, that should have just been this motion picture. Doesn't matter. They try to pull out. Xavier's like, I can't leave. Magneto runs in there. He's wrapping people up in barbed wire. He's fucking people up with their guns and shit. It's awesome. Eventually, we get in there and it's Emma Frost fucking this guy, but she's not. She's sitting there playing with his mind. He's just sitting on the bed. Ooh, yeah, exactly.
So
A weird way
disturbing.
to have sex, but whatever gets you, yeah.
I get it, man.
Eventually, the Magneto and old Professor X, they run in there, see it. Oh my god! And like, she goes into diamond form, and he wraps her up in the thing. The metal. Xavier puts the Russian guy to sleep, wraps her up in the bedpost, starts cracking the diamonds, and they're just like, I just don't get your power. I just don't know what this is. Because I think it's later revealed, or not revealed, but at least what I read in it is that when she's in diamond power, she can't use her mental abilities.
Mental abilities, yeah.
No, people can't use it on her. She's like protected.
Oh, that's
She
what
can't
it
get
like
it out
armor.
either, though.
Really?
Yeah, because later on in the end game, she goes into it, which leaves them open for something else.
I guess that would make sense that it couldn't
Was she in the
come out of the
Endgame?
same material.
Did they get
Kevin,
her
I'm just
back?
saying later in the
Sorry.
movie, this is something that stood out to me. I have no more facts or figures for you.
Also, wait, did we talk about the barbed wire sequence?
We did.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I said it and no one said anything else, so
Oh,
we
I
kept moving.
apologize.
What else do you want to talk
No,
about?
it was just fucking brutal.
Right. Yeah. And Xavier makes him
I like-
forget.
yeah,
which again is like an interesting thing of like, oh, right, he can do that. So why don't we CIA go in there as one? Well, why don't we just go knock everybody out? It doesn't matter, whatever. They go in there, they start crushing her, but they uncrush her, and she comes out, and he's like, yeah, I'm fucking Magneto, and I totally understand the situation, so now that I've cracked her once, if she does it again, we can touch her and she'll fall apart. What? Was it going to heal? What's happening? Oh, okay, whatever. So they put her on the fucking CIA plane. How they keep her from just mentally attacking everybody, I don't fucking know.
I guess in her diamond form, she must not be able to do it. Otherwise,
But she comes out of diamond form.
Yeah, you would think that they don't understand what this is. So how are they gonna even come close to possibly keeping this person in a CIA holding tank? They don't know what mutants are. They just discovered them. They have no idea how to stop telepathy.
Doesn't matter. We're having a fun
Except Shaw
popcorn
does. He's
flick
got
here.
the cool
cool hat.
fucking
yeah.
mag,
Right.
which I love. by
So
the way.
all this happens, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, CIA's gonna have bigger problems." Like, what do you fucking mean? Jump back over to the old CIA HQ. Yeah, people make fun of him. They close the curtain. And, okay, don't make fun of mutants. That's a great point. But then we keep hearing thump and thump. Or thump, thump, thump. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And then it is old Ready to Rumble.
raining men.
Ready Rumble
Hallelujah.
getting fucking like taken out as a bitch. You know what I mean? Doesn't even get a good death in this.
fucking
Well, good death,
dead.
but not like a great one. Of just
Fucked
like
up death.
grabbed out by Feifel. Feifel takes him up in the air, drops him, and he's
Such
dead.
a tight scene, man.
They open the thing. They see it all happening. Oh my God! People are fucking getting dropped left and right. Then Tornado Boy shows up on one side of the glass. Fucking Feifel's on the other side. He's stabbing people and killing people. He's got these cool. He's got swords. I don't think they're cool. I think they're like,
don't think
hey,
they're cool?
if I was like,
It was like
when I'm a kid in like 5th grade math class and I'm drawing what swords I want it to be those like giant blades and shit. It would have been cool if he just had katanas, in my opinion, but different strokes for different folks. This is fucking
Maybe
Satan
he
on
grew up
Earth,
in a
and
place
nobody's
where those
even.
were
That's all
normal.
he has to do is walk in and go poof poof, and I'm Satan. It's like everyone at CIA would have been like, "Fuck Jesus, we had this one wrong, man.
Yeah.
We are on your side. What do you need?
We wanna be on
the
the
devil's
Was he
side."
stabbing people with his tail?
Hell yeah, he was.
That was fucking so cool, man.
Because his mom had sex with a stingray. I digress. Eventually, Shaw walks on in. He's got the helmet on. I skipped the point where he told her, I got this helmet that I picked up that blocks mental telepathy. Hooray, everyone. He's like, oh, the telepath's in here. I can take it off. Takes it off, starts talking to his kids. He's like, hey, man, like, it's just fucking Magneto shit.
Voldemort speech, man.
It's all coming. They're going to kill you. You're going to come with me. You're going to stay here and be, if you're not with us, you're against us, but it doesn't have to be that way. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, all these fucking two-dimensional characters we've known for 2 seconds, you're like, I know Darwin's name. He adapts. I don't know what he's gonna do. Angel sucks, so she'll probably go. And Angel goes like, "Oh no!" And like, "Don't do it, Angel." And then Darwin's like, "I'm gonna go," or whatever. And he goes over there, and then again he's just like, "Just JK, I'm gonna stop you, Angel. Do it now, Summers, kid, with your shitty fucking powers." And he does it, and then Kevin Bacon absorbs it, and he's like, "That was a fucking stupid thing." He's like, Darwin did have a good line of like, "I adapt." And when he came over there, I was like, "Oh, that's good." And he's like, "Well, adapt to this," and he takes his little ball of light and puts it in him, and he goes all fucking weird, and he can't adapt to that.
And this is my least favorite part of the movie.
Yeah,
because it fucking sucks that Darwin, cool power as an idea,
one of the
showing some really interesting ways of him, like when he's just like fucking around of like what he can do with the gills and shit. It's like, oh, this is really interesting. And it's like the one guy that can adapt to anything is the first one that they fucking kill.
Can't adapt to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
which is just absurd.
it's so lame.
Like
And
in
I
the
get
comics,
he
that
hasn't
guy
learned
becomes
his
a
shit,
god and leaves.
and that makes sense.
I know what I'm doing.
But seeing
don't worry
this
about
shit,
it.
it's just like, God.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, Angel's still going. Darwin's dead. All hell's broken loose. The CIA guys are dead. One dude showed up. He got killed again or some shit. Great. They're all going. They're gone. They come back and it's just, man, we're not a time. We're not a team. We're a time bomb kind of thing.
Team time bomb.
And so, yeah, we get there and like, okay, they're moving the nukes into Cuba. That's going to be a thing that happens. We start getting the Kennedy shit interchanged with it. And like, yeah, back.
Which is fucking cool.
It's
Yeah, real cool.
but all this shit happens real fast. Like, he's like, I'm going to go to Russia. And then the next day, this blockade's there. And then it's like, the whole Cuban Missile Crisis was just truncated.
Well, Cuban Missile Crisis was short.
Wasn't it like 7 days?
I just
or
mean from
something?
like the time that the United States and Russia decided that they're going to like send all this shit out. It just feels very quick.
I mean, what really feels quick is like, yeah, like, fuck, guys, we're going to have to go fight this. So we have 1 day for a training montage.
Oh, yeah, that was true.
Mom,
they don't know how to use their things.
Break out all the matching gray sweats that were misordered by Amazon. I need to put all my team in them right now.
Love it, yeah.
I have my own shorts and shirt. Put on the matching shit. We're a fucking mutant team.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Fucking
'cause
go
they're like,
run
hey,
some laps.
We're going to run laps. You don't believe in yourself, Beast, because of your fucking feet. But you can use your feet to run. I can run. Yeah. We fucking
That scene,
did
that
it.
was scene was so bad. I mean, the scene with him and Magneto was awesome. The scene with him and Beast is where he's like, if you took your shoes off, you could run faster. And Beast's like, I never thought of that before. Takes his shoes off and
I
runs
like
fast.
all that.
Why can he run at lightning speed?
Because that's the extra toe, the wide berth feet, man.
It's too fast.
It's too fast.
It's way too fast.
He went around the whole place in like
a second.
Yeah.
It was like 3
But
seconds.
by the way, it looked
is
like he
unrealistic.
ran around the Earth.
Yeah.
He came around the
that
single
scene
axis.
was so bad.
My granddaddy had 6 toes on each foot, and I'll tell you, he could run you out of this place
They
every
used to
day.
call it lightning.
Anyways, yeah, that's happening. Fucking shitty ass Alex Summers is in the basement shooting shit off. Hey, they had these. Even back in the day, we were worried about nuclear bombs and shit. So this is why there's a thing under the school. All right, cool, whatever. Shoot this shit. Eventually, he learns to focus it. Eventually, he's given the thing from Beast. It's like, hey, it's
So
a
cool
fucking
looking.
pat on your chest.
Is it cool looking?
I think it looks cool as hell.
I think Havoc has such a dumb power
Havoc
too.
is so stupid and his
Yeah.
outfit is so stupid. Hey, guess what, everybody? Banshee can yell real loud and break glass. That's cool. He can also point his fucking face at the ground and he's going to be able to glide off this shit.
Yeah.
All right, fucking cool. Push him out a window. Motherfucker can't do it. All right, great.
He's like always doing this with his face, like right.
Yeah,
Banshee's
of course,
always
of
doing
course.
that with his face. I can't stand it.
All right, you know what we'll do now? We'll take him to a fucking satellite dish, push him off there. Oh, what a surprise. He fucking figured it out. Awesome. Great. And this is
That moment
Yay.
that Xavier and Magneto had, where he was like, "It's fine. We won't push you off unless you think you're." Oh, nope, you pushed him off. All right.
that was funny. You
Really
wanted to
good.
do it
No
too.
safety net whatsoever, by the way. Which,
No, yeah.
I would have been like
That could've
this.
ended
I would have been like this. What if, just
Magneto
throwing this
could've
out
just-
there, you just put some metal on me and levitate me, and then let me try a couple times to see if I can do this myself.
He
No,
need to-
take me
he
up to
need to-
500 fucking
Not to
feet
mention,
in
I
the
just
air.
feel like everything we've shown of me using this power wasn't this way. Like I feel like, oh man, he can shatter glass and do this stuff. Let's show him how to, pinpoint to shatter the lens of the camera or shatter the TV or knock people down. But I wouldn't look at that and be like, fuck, you know what else you're gonna do?
Fly.
Hey, Beast, make him a fucking wingsuit. We're tossing him out of the thing. You know what I mean?
Guy can fly.
Beast, where's the nearby satellite? Like, as long
Yeah.
as he got satellites around him and he can go sort of vertically down and
Yeah,
shit, like,
yeah.
we're all good, dude. Otherwise, he's fucked.
You get that great scene with Magneto where he's like,
Magneto.
I can't generate enough hate to move that thing. He's like, I don't have to generate
It's
hate.
in between hate and fucking love.
Like, it seems to me that it would just be better if it was love.
Yeah,
It's like
whatever.
that fine line between hate and love. You mean
Here's
just
a serene-
normalcy?
here's a
where I don't
serene
feel
moment.
anything.
A serene moment of you guys lighting the menorah. Thank you. Thought I forgot that. I thought it was very
beautiful.
sweet.
Beautiful.
Michael
Yeah, that's
Fassbender, so fucking good.
Fassbender's smile. Does he
Wait.
not? Does he or does he not look like Troy Baker when Troy Baker smiles? I thought they looked so like when he finally has that realization and he's kind of tears
Crying,
in his
yeah.
eyes, crying with
a
his
great
big
actor.
smile. Remind me so much of Troy Baker.
Great actor.
Two great actors. Yeah.
In the flashback, did the mom not seem sickly then?
Yeah, she did. No, yeah,
Okay,
she did.
just
Well, it was a different time.
Yeah. different time indeed.
sure.
Anyways, this team's got their shit together, everybody. We all have our gray sweats and we all have our abilities. I think that's when Mystique, you're focusing, you're not focusing. I guess when you're focused, you can fucking lift weight, really you catch it, not even fucking miss a beat.
Darwin's in
She
heaven
catches it
doing
like I
whatever he
would
does
catch
up
like a
there.
boogie board. And
I don't
figure
think
it out.
again, it didn't make her stronger. She just lost her concentration.
I'm
when-
telling you, go, Kevin. You know what, Kevin? Let's go to the gym right now, and you put as much weight as you think she's lifting right there with a barbell. I'll hold it above your head and drop it, and if you catch it without moving your arms, I'm 100% wrong. She catches it like you're fucking not the fan, anything of any weight. Your arms are gonna react. She fucking bare arms it like Mystique's one of her many wall climbing Statue of Liberty refrigerator powers is that she can fucking catch weight like nobody's business. Am I wrong? You work out.
She's hungry.
Okay.
Super hungry.
So whatever, that was her big moment of just fucking be blue all the time, moron. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Your brother asleep?
So yeah, that happens. We all go into the room. Guess what, everybody? Yeah, it's fucking happening. We got the Cuban Missile Crisis. JFK's giving his address. It's all happening. Shit. Tomorrow we might have to reveal. Tomorrow we will have to reveal ourselves to the world. They're bringing in the fucking missiles to Cuba. We're gonna block them. They cross it. We all know Shaw's big plan is to get this in there and fuck everything up because he wants radiation to go out and activate all the mutants, kill all the humans. We've seen into his mind. Great. So. Again, this whole Beast Mystique romance has been budding for a while. Mm-hmm. He's been working on a cure. Literally, we have a lot on our fucking mind. Guess what, though? My biggest thing is we have it right now fixed. Let's just run this untested drug on each other. And fuck. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And he's like, oh, you're more beautiful this way than you are as a blue fuck. And she's like, oh, fuck, that's fucked up to say. I thought you were going to knock my boots, but now you're not going to knock my boots. And he's like, I'm taking it. He leaves. He takes it.
Really dick thing to say. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm jumping ahead
I
of
mean,
the story.
it's true though. Like she looks not human when she's blue, and
She looks like a monster.
like any human being
yeah.
when she's.
I feel like it's a thing to
pretending-
say, but it's also like that's how he feels
Yeah.
about himself.
But
as
also,
well.
like his feet are fucking disgusting.
But they just
right?
also-
like no one can deny.
There's
Yeah.
no way
His
I
feet are
could come
hideous.
looking at those feet. You know what I mean? If I'm fucking this guy, I'm like, I can't come.
Can
right
you
now, dude.
imagine?
You gotta hide those ugly
Like
fucking
seeing
feet.
like
Like,
when
just
you
imagine-
come and your turtle, your
No.
car,
Oh,
your
yeah.
toes curl.
Dude,
He could
bro, that makes me
crush an
wanna do
apple. You put an apple there at the base of his feet. When he
and-
comes, he's gonna smush
Imagine
it.
he's behind you, right? He's just having his way with you.
Okay, yeah.
And then his feet.
I can't visualize it. Tim, can you get up and get behind Andy as
No.
and
Beast would
his
fuck him?
feet grab
No.
onto
Andy,
your
could you take your
calves
shirt
like
off and
this.
Hold on to you.
Yeah, they grab up like that. Just imagine that for a second. Oh.
Anyways, he goes, he takes it. It looks good for a second, then it goes bad. He starts getting blue. Guess what? Everybody's gonna turn into fucking Beast. Great. Then Mystique's like, well, this fucking sucks. I can't bang Professor X. Beast is an asshole. Let's go fuck Magneto.
Yes.
She comes in there. She's in his bed. What?
I love everything about.
It's a good
this
scene.
Oh, the scene's great, right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's in
Great meme that came from
Magneto's.
it, too.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Magneto's like maybe in a few years. She's like, she turns into Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
That's awesome.
Perfect. Awesome. And then
Yeah,
you
great
get
cameo.
the. I prefer the real Mystique, and she turns into Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
And- no,
The
the real
real
Mystique. Perfection. Yeah, awesome. But he's basically like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna be together in terms of this friendship work relationship for a long time, I bet, because you get it. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna bang you or whatever. But he does kiss her, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mixed signals, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did
exactly.
she leave?
Gotta
Was it
keep
clear
him
that they
guessing.
didn't bang?
Yeah, she leaves, and then
Okay.
she walks in to talk to Xavier in the kitchen again, and she's
Naked.
all blue. But yeah, Mystique naked.
I
love
mean,
his
it's
reaction.
naked.
Oh yeah,
Put some clothes on. Like he's really
yeah,
nervous.
exactly, exactly. And she's like, I've always been the pet. Again, it's
Song?
fucking the
Direct
day
quote.
before possible nuclear war. Everybody keep it in your pants and
Nah,
fucking
you
check
got-
your
you-
emotional shit.
When the world's about to end, you can't hold anything back. You got to grab on to everyone and tell them what
gonna
you
Grab
really think.
on with Beast's big toes and fucking grab
Imagine
it.
being Jennifer Lawrence and just having to be around Michael Fassbender. You're not thinking about any fucking Cuban Missile Crisis.
I'm
shit.
not even talking about that anymore. Now I'm talking to James McAvoy.
Him too.
Talking
Yeah,
about
he's a
fucking
cute
Beast
boy.
doing all his shit
Did you
with.
see him in Split?
This is no. Yes, no, I never saw
You
the
know
movie. I need to watch that.
Oh, he's big.
I gotta get now that Mr. Glass is getting close. Anyways, whatever. Everybody goes to bed. I guess we wake up. It's time to go.
They played a chess scene. Was that this one?
Oh,
And
they
they're
did it a
sitting there,
couple
they're
times.
doing it, like,
Again,
I-
terrible CG of them on the Washington. Wait, which chess scene?
Oh, I don't
the
know.
one
if
where
it's
they're in
early or not.
Washington on the
Yeah.
mall looks terrible.
No. I was thinking about the one where they're inside the thing, and they have that great
Oh, they were
quote
by
where he's
Lincoln
like,
statue, not a
he's
ball.
like, I'm not going to stop him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill.
Yeah, that's
Sebastian
good, that is
Shaw."
good.
And he's like, no, we have to go for peace. And he was like, peace is not a fucking option.
Peace was never an option,
Peace
yeah,
is
yeah.
never an option, bro. Like, what the fuck do you think? We're going to nuke this motherfucker tomorrow. Like, he's getting assassinated. And they're like, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
I tweeted this when I was watching this movie, but there's absolutely nothing cooler than people of different ideologies playing chess.
I love it.
It's just like it's so
Very
on the nose
metaphorical.
and it's so fucking.
But also these two guys are just so great on screen together. And Fassbender just like he just takes it up a notch, man. He's so good.
So it's D-Day.
This movie's still going on.
I know.
Yeah.
a long
I'm
movie.
aware. They go down there, or they open up a box. Guess what? We made suits, and they kind of explain it right of like, well, unless you all know your mutant powers are G-forces and something else.
I actually
Bulletproof.
like this scene.
But that doesn't make sense. Something.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make much sense that he was able to make those suits in one night, but the fact that he was like,
I don't think he made
can
them
your
one night.
can your mutant power stop a bullet? Then put the fucking.
but neither can
bulletproof
be
suits on.
suits.
That's fair.
Clearly,
yeah, good
yeah,
point.
clearly.
Neither can
yeah.
be suits, but they do
That's
say
a good
something to that
point. They
effect.
do.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Maybe it's just the front. Nobody's gonna shoot us in the back. Fuck, we're all together.
Let's put it this
Mutants
way.
till
If
we
you get
die,
shot in
right?
the-
Ride or die.
If you get shot in the back, you fucking coward. That means you're running away. You
Oh,
deserve to
that's a
get
good
shot in the
point. That
fucking
is a
back.
really good point.
Yeah, they should just only.
So they all put on their cool original outfits, even Mystique, who's now blue, but it's just like, wait, what? Like, it just
Like,
be
why are you wearing
terrible.
clothes? I thought you
And
were.
for whatever reason, on Rebecca Romaine, the makeup looks fantastic. Like, or at least
Well, it's because
serviceable.
her
It's a
wig is
lot
terrible
less
again
makeup,
here.
yeah.
Look at even in the background here. This looks terrible.
So
It's
bad.
very weird.
It's bad.
It looks so bad.
The wig's huge. Like, why did they just not use her normal hair? Why did it have to be a short wig? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's very weird. I would
They
just
go to the hangar, and there it is. Beast is there. Jesus Christ.
That wasn't me that time.
Okay.
Wasn't me either.
Somebody's burping. They go there, and guess what? Yeah, Beast is Beast now. He's a blue fucking guy who's the man. These are not good effects on his face either.
God.
He looks like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese robot talking to me.
They just gotta stop putting Beast in movies. No one's nailed it. They're never gonna nail it.
I thought Kelsey Grammer looked the best.
Yeah, I think he
That
looks
looks
good.
terrible.
It was great till he was in action with his fucking wire work jumping
Yeah,
out
but
of
that
people.
was
But
the
that
wire
was-
work. That
They
wasn't
put
like.
him in a little vest there. And then this one he had another little vest. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was the
with
same
these?
vest, Nick.
so
It was-
bad.
'cause he was
Anyways,
like,
he
"Ooh."
grabs Fassbender when Fassbender says he looks good or whatever, and he's like, I'm not kidding, but he's clearly got a complex. But even Havoc says, you look badass. I'm like, nobody fucking cares about you, Havoc.
Yeah.
new name
Shut
for
the
you.
fuck up.
Also,
Beast.
it seemed like he was saying it in a douchey way.
Really?
Fassbender?
Well,
When he was
Fassbender
like,
had fucked with him before.
You look great. And it's like, get the fuck out.
No, I thought he was
I'm
good.
blue
That's how it
and
fucking
covered in hair. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm a little sensitive
Anyways,
about
let's
this.
go
Let's not mention
stop
it.
the Cuban Missile Crisis. They take off. We got the ships lined up on the American side. Guess what? Yes, that's right. That is General Sam Lane from Smallville representing. He's also Ironsides. Michael Ironsides, the voice of Splinter Cell.
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher. I don't know why I lost that. Thank you. Then on the other side, we got the Russians there, and we got the transport vessel coming in. Everybody's in the standoff. The transport vessel's coming in. What's going to happen? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. The Russians get word. We're calling it off. Turn it around. We're not going to cause World War III. Everybody's, oh God, we're going to survive. That's great. The vessel doesn't stop. Why? Feifel's over there. He's killed everybody, and he's making sure this thing keeps on fucking going. So the Russians are radioing out like, hey, guess what? We're telling them to stop, man. They ain't stopping. I don't know what to fucking do. Maybe the X-Men are here now. I don't know. They're flying around in a circle for a while. Shit's happening. It's like, great, that's happening. Cool. Okay. They don't know what to do. It's a ruse. General Lane doesn't believe him. He's going to fire on him. Oh, God. Okay. And then finally, like, Professor X, like, it's all pandemonium down there. I'm going to take control of the Russian Russian that was an asshole to the Russian that was trying to be a good guy, and he walks him over there. He fires on the ship, blows up the Cuban Missile Crisis ship. Everybody's, oh man, the Russians weren't bad, yeah. And then they go back to the Russian ship, and Professor X no more control of him. And the guy's like, yeah, congratulations, you just averted nuclear war. Now you're going to the fucking brig. Oh no, what did I do? And it's like, man, crisis averted. Everything's fine. The hell it is. I forget. Sebastian Shaw's there. He's like, I'm going to fucking just do this. I'm underwater here in this thing. I'm going to fucking do it. Nobody knows where it is. They know he's powering up and shit or whatever for his nuclear thing. It's lots of stuff's happening over a very long period of time that doesn't need to happen here. And they're like, fuck, I can't see him with my mind powers because I'm Professor X. And they're like, oh man, we can't find him on anything. And Banshee's like, you know what? Once again, everybody,
We do have sonar.
I wish we had sonar.
All I've shown, I know that I have a proficiency in breaking glass. You guys have taught me that I can fly, and now I'm going to teach myself how to sonar. Because this just all just is natural. This is all fucking natural. So Banshee jumps out of the fucking thing with this shitty little wingsuit, goes underwater, comes back at him. He's like, oh, thanks, this is perfect. Totally understand all this. How this works. Thanks, Professor X in my head.
that way.
They find him. All right, fucking, it's time to get going and do shit or whatever. Things are happening. Bacon's in there, powering up, being the Baconator we all love so much. Is this when they land the plane and bring the thing out? They do a barrel roll. Shit's happening.
That's when they use a beast CGI on his mouth.
Yeah, it's so bad.
CGI in his mouth.
They're all screaming.
Where he growls and it's all CGI because they wouldn't let his mouth stretch like that with the
makeup.
makeup.
Throw it onto the beach.
Yep.
They get to the beach, they land the plane in a crashy fashion. Everybody gets out of
Everyone
it.
fights. Everyone squares off against their counterpart and fights them, which is great.
Magneto gets the ship out, puts it down there, rips open a hole in it. Fucking Tornado Man comes out in his men warehouse, ready for the fucking thing.
Looks like he didn't spin 48 times in a goddamn
Everybody has
submarine.
some really shitty fights here. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I do love Beast grappling on to Azazel being like, if you go,
Yeah,
we
that
go.
was cool.
Like, if
That
I
was
go,
cool. Sure,
yeah,
I'll give you that.
was
I'll give you
really
that. I'll
cool.
give you that too. And then at some point Havoc had been apprehended. Oh, did he get dropped in with Beast and Azazel, and then they got out of there, but they left Summers, and he was getting arrested by the military. And then all hell breaks loose, and he's like, you know what? I'll run and jump, and Banshee will grab me. And it's one of those when you watch Superman 1978, and you see Superman and Lois up there flying. And you see Superman and her outstretched arms and them flying, you're like, man, this doesn't make any sense. Lois would be dangling by his arm. And but whatever, we'll let it slide here. In this one, you just gotta let it slide too. That the whole point of this thing working is that his arms are outstretched, but now he's holding them like this, still screaming at the ground, only catching it in one thing. Well, they're just flying normally. Everything's fine.
Not only that, but the velocity just seems super slow. Like
Yeah,
he's
we're
not
just
flying fast enough to actually
People are
catch
spitting
wind,
at, the fucking
And
angel spit.
God.
Shit's happening.
Her spit is so
Whatever.
dumb.
Semi-automatic
Stupid.
fucking spit back.
Meanwhile, all right, cool. We got to get in there. We got to stop Shaw. I can't see in there. Something's going on. Fassbender's like, I'm going in. You can talk to me through it in my head. Guide me. All right, got it. Eventually, he gets into the mirrored room in there, and the mirrored room is stopping on top of Kevin Bacon having the headset, the Magneto helmet that is stopping the mind waves. The mirrors are also stopping the mind waves. So they go in there and they have this thing, and Fassbender just starts getting the shit kicked out of him, right? And the glass is breaking. Cool scene. Cool conversations are happening here. You know what I mean? I like all that stuff. Glass is breaking. It's letting Professor X get in there and actually see what's going on. Talk to him. Blah, blah, blah.
He's
Great.
back.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
cool.
it's really good. It's good.
Except a little too much of this. Oh. It's like answering a phone. Stupid. Whatever.
So
needs
then they
it to
go
center
through and
himself.
Magneto's sitting there and he can't. He's pinned up again. Like it's cool because he can. He's pushing things around with the magnets. But at this point, Shaw's so fired up from the nukes that he can just tap the metal bar and keep Magneto pressed down, which is pretty fucking cool and have him trapped. But while he's not paying attention, he's turned a Doc Ock arm into an electrical power line over there.
But he has that great speech where he's like, "You got together we can do what you want to do. We're of the same mind.
Yeah.
Where you believe the same way I believe, which is that we are the next evolution of the human species." They had that great flashback earlier where he was fucking everything was dark and he was just standing above this throne of mutants, and he's like, "We can make this a reality, right?" And you're like, "Fuck,
He's like, I agree with you. I just hate you.
Well, no, he has the great part. He takes the thing off, right? Freezes him, puts it on himself, which is a fucking dope ass moment. Because you're like, oh, he's come home, right? And he's like, I just want you to know, everything you just said, I agree with you. but you killed my mom.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He takes the fucking
So
coin
tight.
out. And
Yes.
you're like, no. He's going to kill him with
Another
a
one of-
fucking coin.
If like one of my favorite scenes
Such
in
a
the
good
whole
scene.
X-Men
Yep.
universe, like just in any superhero movie, the parallel cutting between Charles and it's just so fucking
As
beautiful.
they follow, like Kevin,
and it's going into his head, as it goes into
the
his head,
Baconator's
it's like,
frozen and can't talk and can't scream and can't react, but obviously Charles Xavier's in there holding him, so he feels and sees everything that's happening. So he gets to scream, and the way they pan as it go, like it's going through his head and pops out. There's like,
God, great shot.
but again, this is one of my
Why? Yeah.
Nipples are
just a
hard, yeah.
question as a whatever. So like, does he have to be able to focus on sucking
I
in
would
the
assume
energy
so.
to not get
I
killed
would
by
assume
it?
like you have to be
There's
able to
no
think about it,
rules.
right? You have to be like it's a my guess is it's an ability like moving your hand, and if your brain is mentally stopped from everything, then you can't use your power.
But
either.
at one point, he gets shot by everyone in the CIA office at the same time, and he
Yeah.
just stands there and
Yeah.
kind of just
right, but he still has his mental faculties.
Sure.
Like if someone was like, "Hey, like I'm gonna stop you from doing everything. Like I'm freezing time in your in your consciousness right now, and all you know is that you're still awake." Like you wouldn't be able to use your power.
I guess the problem isn't a problem. The issue here is that for me, the ability seemed more passive, similar to Wolverine's healing ability. Whereas you couldn't get in Wolverine's head and turn off his healing ability. It's how his body works.
Right.
And so my thought process
I just
was
assumed,
that
yeah.
he doesn't have to sit there and think like, all right, anything that hits me now, I'm safe. I didn't think that. I thought he's like unkillable. He's unassassinatable, right?
Maybe.
That,
like I just thought like if someone was like 100 feet away with a like sniper rifle and shot
Yeah.
him behind the head, and he didn't like realize that was
If it was
happening.
coming, it would go right through his head.
Yes, yeah, I didn't.
I assumed he had
That's
to know
fine,
that was
I'm not-
happening
yeah.
so he could trigger his ability
it's
to
such.
stop
I mean,
the
it's
energy.
awesome, and it wasn't like it was a huge hang-up. It was
No. And fuck, what a just terrifyingly bad way to die.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody and it wasn't fast. He
Yeah,
could
no.
no, he fucking
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
slowly pushed
Yeah.
a coin through his head and it comes out the other side and Kevin Bacon still got the same look of like, fuck, how do I stop this?
But I loved McAvoy's like Eric, no, Eric, you know, like that
Yeah,
lead
yeah,
up
yeah.
to it is just so intense and so well acted. I thought he
Yeah.
was fucking great.
You would
man.
think maybe like just let him go for a second so he could
Yeah,
like,
once
fuck
it's
him
in
up
there,
and then
like,
stop him
fuck.
again, you know, like but no, he let him fucking do it.
And there was some red jelly
good
up on
moment.
that coin.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Red ass jelly.
Yeah.
That was a fucked up way to
He's
go.
dead. They carry out his body through the whole, and then I carry out. He brings him out in like Christ pose with the metal in him or whatever, and tosses him down, and then gives his rousing speech to all the
Body
mutants.
thud sounds so like
Yeah.
disgusting.
Gives his rousing speech to all the mutants, or just being Magneto. But again, sounding Irish to me, but it doesn't matter. Like, you with me? Are you with these guys? They're gonna fucking kill you. Of course, or did this already happen? And then he's like, no, they're gonna shoot all the shit at us. They shoot all the missiles at him. They stop all the missiles. Yeah, okay. So he's gonna be with me. All the humans are gonna kill us. You know, be a pro mutant and come with me, or be fucking pro human, and they're gonna kill you one day anyway, like they're about to right now. And Professor's like, oh fuck, they are about to kill us.
I can feel their guns moving in the ocean. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
so
cool.
cool.
That
man.
was
That
cool.
is badass.
Yeah.
It was also cool to see Russia and the U.S. unite over something. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, they fire all their shit. Magneto's stopping it, and then he stops it, and then he wants to send it back. And then for him and Xavier start tussling and stuff. And so it's like going, not going, not going, blah, blah, blah. But eventually he's got some going, and then, Moira comes to shoot at him or whatever. And he turns and like ricochets him away or whatever, and one ricochets off and then hits Xavier in the back. At which point Eric's like, no, and like
Gets
stops
me every
everything.
time.
Yeah,
I get teary eyed every time at the scene. I don't
blows
know why.
everything. They all the missiles blow up. Nobody dies. And it was both the Russian and the U.S. General Lance commander. Like, well, it's been an honor to serve with you. Cool. Run back over there to Xavier and hold him, and it's like, oh, you know, all this shit's happening, whatever.
You did this, Eric.
Yeah, exactly.
Such
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bad
yeah,
line
yeah.
though, because they kept saying it.
You
right?
did this?
Didn't he say it like three
No,
times?
because Magneto says you did this, Moira, and he's like, no, Eric, you did this. Like this is all you. And
I
he's
just
like,
thought
"Fuck,
that
it wasn't
line
me, but-"
delivery seemed like a
Oh,
joke.
I liked it.
Really?
I liked it.
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Eric realizes he pulls out the bullet, which is cool too. But yeah, he's like, oh fuck, oh Jesus, all right, cool. So he's like, well, I gotta get out of here. Like, you know, basically, again, you coming with me, or you're not coming with me. You know what I mean? Like, and so like, Angel's already with him. Yeah, Mystique's like, I want to go over there, and she stops at Charles. He's like, just go. I know you want to go. Well, you're not gonna read my mind.
I hated
promise
It was
you.
a
that.
bad decision. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
whatever.
I just hated the like how accepting he was. He's like,
Yeah.
you've always wanted this, as if like you always wanted to go to art school. You should go. Like this
Yeah.
is like a terrible,
This guy's
like
gonna
life changing
kill millions
thing.
of people.
I've known you
Just
like
go.
pretty much my whole life.
He just got
But
shot in the
You've
butt.
always wanted this. Go ahead.
He's got his
Like,
own problems to deal with right now.
I thought it was dumb.
They all bamf out of there with fucking Satan himself. He's gone. They're all gone. Hooray. Then all the other guys run over there like, we gotta get help. Like, who are you gonna get help from? You're all fucking, you know what I mean? Banshee can't carry you all out with this shitty outfit. But they do. Eric can't feel, or I'm sorry, Charles can't feel his legs. Oh no, this is how it happens. from here, I'm just going to go back to Xavier Institute, right? They're starting to set up for classes. He's in a wheelchair. They're going to do all this stuff. Hooray. We're going to teach mutants to be mutants. There's probably something important. Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, you can't let anybody find out about us, even though a whole bunch of people I feel like know, but whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people in the CIA are probably still alive that know.
Yeah, exactly. But he's like, no. So they kiss and then he erases their memory, just like Superman.
Just like Superman.
She goes back to there. She's like, I don't remember. Sometimes I remember trees. And there's, well, women shouldn't be in the CIA. It's like, that's a fucking dick thing to say. Then, yeah, meanwhile, Magneto, he's up to no good. He's got a red outfit now. He uses that to break in and get somebody out. Oh, Emma Frost.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Such a bad outfit.
Yeah, with the weird,
The little horns
U
was
and
so
stuff.
dumb.
Well, the little horn thing was cool because it's like from the comics.
Well, the
Yeah,
whole
I
outfit
get
was
it.
like supposed to be from
The comic, I love the redness of it. I love that.
Oh.
I just didn't like the
No, but I think
hood
just
ornament.
like his fucking,
I
it
like
looked so
the
baggy.
60s, man.
Yeah, it was such a
It was
weird look.
And
yeah.
also, like, what I didn't appreciate about it was also everything else that he's done up until this point has been function over form, and this just looked like.
Hey man, he's
Well,
gonna
he
lean in.
finished
man,
his
let's
goal.
go
He was done, you know?
PIMP, yeah.
Now he's just having fun.
I guess so.
It's just like
He's
he has such a
supervillain
good
now.
torso, and you're going to use like a baggy ass fucking.
It was not great.
Use his great stature, you know.
I don't know. Did they put him in that in the next one too?
His fucking dick had a big robe on it too.
They put him back in the gray in the next one, right? I don't think he's in red.
Don't spoil it for me. I forget.
Whatever.
And then credits.
Yeah. No post-credit scene.
No, sucks.
No.
I was waiting. I was like, did I forget
It
something?
was long.
It was long.
We're good.
No, I think you got
It was 2 minutes. I mean, 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's too long.
It felt like 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. So like now we're getting into the overall review sections of these, right? Like for sure, I remember going into this one and it was one of those, everyone was like, this movie is awesome. And I remember sitting down and watching it and leaving it and being like, I did not think that was awesome. Like, you know what I mean? I remember leaving it being like, still, and this is years ago, obviously, but I was like, I still think X2 is better than this. Like, you know what I mean? And obviously that's preposterous. But like at the time in terms of hype levels and what I got out of it. And I think watching it this time around with no expectations, same thing with like Captain America and MCU and stuff like that. It was for me very much of like that opening. I was like, fuck, this is awesome. No wonder the people who saw this without an expectation were like, this movie's amazing. Because that's such a great opening. And again, McAvoy, Bacon, and Fassbender. What a fucking amazing trilogy right there to build this film on. Where it is that when I go and I do just get stuck with the kids in the room, it's like, man, I don't like your powers. I don't like your acting in these roles. These aren't bad actors by any stretch of the imagination. Even the Banshee, who we've given so much shit to. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think he's a great actor.
Banshee's the guy from
I forget what he's from.
Billboards. He's in 3 Billboards. The
Billboards,
dude
yeah.
who
Oh, yeah,
he's like,
yeah, yeah.
and he's
Gets the
fucking
shit
amazing
kicked
in
out of
that.
him.
Yeah.
Really
So
good.
I'm not at all being like, fuck these actors. It was just like, none of it was working for me in those scenes as much. Motivations were weird, even like whatever. But like it's so strong outside of that. It was like, man, this is a great film. And even when I was like, all right, this is taking too long at the end here. I'm sick of cutting back to these boats.
Yeah.
Whatever. I had a great time.
You want any Raggy Baggy?
Sure.
Dun 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 down.
Ragu.
Dun 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 down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast within a podcast, Ragu Bagu. This is where it's rad guys talk bad guys. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the Hispanic heartthrob, Andy Cortez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Brad Guys Talk Bad Guys, the podcast.
Now, Andy, I missed the last episode of our in-review stuff,
did,
which
yeah.
was Ant-Man and the Wasp. You told me you rated already the villain from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
We put her above Cross.
Okay, so I got to go here and put... Okay, so taking the number 20 slot now is that lady from...
Ghost.
Got it. All right, so then, this is where we rank all the villains we've seen in any of the Marvel universes or X-Men universes. We just didn't stop the list and we never will. Or Star Wars, my apologies. So number 24, these fucks, Thor 2. Number 23, Abomination. Number 22, Ronin Guardians. Number 21, Cross Ant-Man. Number 20, that lady from Ghost. Number 19, Magneto / Phoenix, X3. Number 18, Loki Thor from Thor. 17, Obadiah. 16, Mandarin / Aldrich. Number 15, The Vision from Solo. Number 14, Mass / Dormammu. Number 13, Magneto Brotherhood. Number 12, Rockwell Mickey. Number 11, Red Skull. Number 10, Ultron. Number 9, Hydra, Captain America Winter Soldier. Number 8, Stryker. Number 7, Ego, Guardians 2. Number 6, Hell / Grand Mask, Thor Rag. Remember, if you're just joining us, I no longer read everything as it should be, just as how I wrote it. Number 5, Loki and Avengers. Number 4, Bacon Guy, Civil War. Number 3, Michael B. Jordan, BP. Number 2, The Vulture. Number 1, Thanos, AIW. Where are we putting the Baconator himself?
I think it's a real simple one. I think you put it right underneath Loki.
Well,
From
you're not
which
part
one?
of the podcast, Kevin. So.
Yeah, you're an audience
6.
member right now.
That's not true. I've been on every.
Yeah, I think he's
one
got
of
it
these.
pretty high. I like
Every
him.
one of these.
I would put him over Ego.
He doesn't know what
Underneath
he's talking
Hella?
about.
Well,
It should
because the
be- I think-
Grandmaster's part of it.
I think she should be. It should be above Hella.
But the Grandmaster's part of it.
But the Grandmaster.
I mean, we often do hear, of course, that it is everybody who's the thing here, right? So we do have to bring in Emma Frost. We do have to bring in Feifel. We do have to bring in Windman. But I
Feifel
think
was dope,
Bacon is
though.
so good. I'd put him at number 8, putting him above Stryker, below Ego.
Sounds good.
All right,
Sounds
done.
good to me.
Ladies and
think
gentlemen,
below Ego?
those are the new rankings. Baconator.
Kev, I'm just gonna go out on the record and say that I hate how little you and I are a part of this.
Whatever.
I feel like
I've
as the
been
two
here-
founding members of this group, our opinion should be heard more.
That's what I've been saying.
Cool, Greg. Can you do me a favor? Pull up the ranking so far of the XCU. At number 1, we have X2. At number 2, we have X-Men: The Last Stand. At number 3, we have X-Men. And at number 4, we have X-Men: Origins Wolverine. Where do we think this one?
Number 1, Marvelous Day.
Yeah, number 1.
Number one.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
one.
yeah.
No question. Here's my thing. I still say, not a great movie.
No.
A good movie.
No.
But like it's crazy. I was with you where I was like back in the day I thought X2 was better or was better this when I first watched it. It was overhyped and I was like, it's a fine movie, but it's still
Were you saying you thought X2 was better than First Class?
back in the day.
originally
Yeah,
watched
when
it.
we were watching it as a
Yeah,
contemporary.
And then
Interesting.
but watching it now I'm just like, oh man, there's so much good in this movie that I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, this definitely gets the number 1 spot.
The thing
But
about
there's
it
so
is-
much I don't like.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
thing about it, and why I can understand. I don't understand why people still have such a hard on for it. Maybe they just haven't
makes
watched
no
it, and
sense.
maybe
So-
it's just like a not nostalgia, but what you remember at the time. The biggest thing about it was, I think, the fact that this is the first one that felt and shot and was edited
Like a
like
real
a
movie.
modern movie.
Yeah.
Where I was watching, like, oh fuck! And at first, it starts with like I guess Singer's a producer on it, so like that thing popped up, and I was like, oh shit, did Bryan Singer make this? And then when it did, I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, this had a much better cohesive style. And I like that about this. Even some of the stuff like the war rooms they used, they made zero effort to make it not look kitschy. Like everything was kitschy. It had that 60s style. It was very cool. And it felt like that sort of like 60s, not thriller, but like, I don't know, kind of felt like a Bond film in parts, which I really, really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
I mean, I agree with Greg. Where like I had a hard on for this movie forever until like I think even around when Avengers came out and people were talking about their favorite superhero movies. It's like, oh, for me, it's like Dark Knight and probably First Class, where like
People talk about that movie, this movie.
yeah,
by the way.
like it was up there for me, and it wasn't until rewatching that I was like, yeah, this movie has a lot of problems, but the good parts are so incredible.
Yeah.
and I think I keep going back to the fucking scene in Argentina and the fucking coin scene, and those are like two of my favorite scenes in any superhero movie.
But it's also just it's also so fun to watch, like you were talking about earlier, like two people on different sides of an ideology.
And they're
who, like,
great.
have so many things in common, they just can't agree on this one, like the method. Like the end, they may be like they want. Well, I guess that's not true at all. But they have so many things in common, they just can't agree on like how to get there or like what the right process is. But they're friends, and you're like, if you guys just would fucking meet in the middle. And I love that, and I love that about the X-Men, that it's always been a little deeper than a lot of the stuff we're seeing in Marvel.
Yeah, it's crazy because like with the MCU, constantly I remember movies being not that good, and then rewatching them, I was surprised at. I think every single movie was better than I remembered it in the MCU, or at least as good as I remembered it. And so far with X-Men, it's like I remember when we were going into XCU review, I was like, oh, this like me and you would talk about it. And you're like, oh, those movies are bad, and I was like, I feel like there's more good ones than bad ones, and I'm wrong.
No,
I was fucking wrong. Like I was
It's-
really
We're
wrong.
both wrong.
It's
I
been
was
so
like, maybe you're right,
interesting
right
rewatching all these movies, and like so far, I don't like any of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say any of these are good. You know, or even First Class. I was so certain 2 weeks ago or however long ago I watched this that I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch First Class and it's gonna be like the first one. Where it's like, yeah, but I watched it and it was like, yeah, it has great moments in it, but like few and far between. Like I was shocked by how much I didn't like First Class, just overall. So. Yeah.
Well, so there you have it. The new number 1, X-Men First Class. Number 2, X2. Number 3, X-Men The Last Stand. Number 4, X-Men. And number 5, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Next week, we're going to be reviewing The Wolverine, a movie that Andy and I have never seen.
Whoa.
Correct.
I'm
Never seen
excited
it.
for you guys.
Oh.
I think the Wolverine has a lot of fun things in it.
Never seen it, man.
Should
A
be
lot of
fun.
trash in it too.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
just like every other
Yes, I
X-Men
guess
movie
it
we've
was.
watched.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Until then.
Excellent.
Yeah.